Well, good evening, hey, or good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome into the Call of Duty Mobile DMZ Recon Invitational. I'm Goj. I'm going to be your host today and one of our casters for this amazing competition. But of course, I'm not going to yap all by myself. I got to bring in the man, the myth, the legend, the DMZ Recon professional, Noah Sunday, going to be joining me as my co-caster today. Noah, dude, it's so good to have you in the booth with me, man.
It's exciting to be here, man. I appreciate that professional level glaze right there. It's a beautiful intro. Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot of money on the line, a lot of DMZ to watch. I'm excited to be here along for you with the ride, man.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be so much fun. It's been a while since we got a chance to work together, so I'm going to have a blast, and I know you're going to have a blast, either making fun of people or being really excited about what they were able to bring to the table. Folks, let's talk about what's going on today. Call of Duty Mobile DMZ Recon. It is in the name. So I got to remind everybody how DMZ Recon is played. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, obviously you need to, but this is a looter shooter. This is an extraction type mode, okay? So everybody's going to load in as trios, and you fight onto the map. This is just general DMZ Recon. The goal is to find your loot. You can loot up by looting bodies that you take off the ground, or looting different safes you find on the map if you want some high value loot, or just a random locker on the side of the wall could get you exactly what you need. As you loot up, you move throughout the map, and then you do have to extract, okay? So that is the key factor about DMZ Recon, is you do have to get out of the map to keep that loot. I think one of the key things about extractions, and DMZ Recon in particular, just like anything else in this genre, if you die on the map and you lose your gear, you lose all of your gear besides what's in that insurance slot. So we'll talk a little bit more about the nuances of that as we get into the gameplay, but there are two different maps, Serpent Island and then our weekend map, Building 21, of which you will see both of today. So very excited about DMZ Recon. For the format today, though, it is a little complicated in a good way. Let me break it all down for you. First of all, we've got 10 teams of trios, 10 teams of 3 creators, all ready to battle it out to see who can loot up as much as possible. Yes, this is a Recon, DMZ Recon loot race. They are trying to loot up as much as humanly possible. We're going to be playing in public lobbies, of course, and you'll see both of our maps, like I mentioned before. Serpent Island to start in round 1, and then Building 21 in round 2. When we get to round 3, teams can choose which map they want to play on. Do you want to go fast-paced? Do you want to slow it down a little bit on a bigger map? Go to Serpent Island. You get to choose on round 3. Each of these rounds are 1 hour apiece. Now, the goal is to loot up as much as possible, okay? It's very simple in that way, and they're playing for $50,000 in total. That is our overall prize pool. The goal is to get up as much DMZ cash as possible. Now, the nuanced part of this format that is very cool is that we have 3 rounds, like I said, and each round lasts an hour. However, at the end of each hour, teams can offer up as much DMZ cash as they want to try to earn in our cash redemption here. Offer up as much as you want to try to earn some of our prizing. We have prize pools for each round. What that means is if you offer up a ton of DMZ cash you earned in the first hour and you win it, you offered up the most, fantastic, you're gonna win some real cash money for our leaderboard. Here's the problem. If you do offer up your cash redemption and you win that cash and you win some prize pool out of our 50K, great. But that overall loot value, that overall cash, DMZ cash that you spent, does not stay on your overall that you can spend on other rounds. So every single round, every hour, you're gonna have a chance to try to earn some extra cash, to earn some extra prize pool. But you've got to think, how much do we actually want to offer up? Because we're trying to total up as much as possible going into the 3rd round. Noah's going to talk a little bit more about that here in a second. But yes, 3 total rounds. And once you use your DMZ cash in an offer, you're not going to be able to use it again, okay? And we also have a final prize pool. I want to take a look at our prize pool because our final prize pool is for our overall that we earn throughout the entire event. So Noah, walk me through the prizing for each round.
Well, of course, just like you said, we've got this offering system, and it's going to be reflected in the prize pool. So round 1 is going to have a grand total of $5,000. First place is going to be getting $3,000, second $1,500, and third $500. But moving on to round 2, that prize pool was doubled to $10,000. Once again, you can see the breakdown on screen, and we move forward to round 3, which is going to be the round teams are going to be most likely saving their offerings for the most, because $20,000 is on the line, with $12,000 going to first place alone. Now, Now, we're not just going to be giving away money here in these individual rounds. We've got a grand total for the total cash collected throughout the event for teams that maybe didn't play their offering well or just decided to give away all their money in the first or second round and kind of sit out for the third round. So first place is gonna be getting $5,000, second $4,000, third place $3,000, fourth $2,000, and fifth $1,000. So a lot of money is going to be going around in a lot of different ways. Now moving on, not only are we going to be seeing a prize pool here, we do have some in-game rewards for those of you watching inside of the Call of Duty mobile app. So if you watch for 15 minutes, you are going to be getting 1,000 credits in game, but the prizes do get better. Moving on to 30 minutes, you will get $200,000 of DMZ cash. For a lot of you guys watching this stream, I know that's going to help out the bankroll. 45 minutes in, you get a DMZ standard voucher. 1 hour in, $400,000 of DMZ cash. Hour 15, you get a strong box. Hour 30, $800,000 of DMZ cash. And then this is my personal favorite. An hour 45 minutes, you're going to be getting 2 Kurahana ship key cards. Now these are extremely valuable because you can't purchase these on the black market currently. So this is one of my favorite rooms inside of Serpent Island. Really cool reward. And our final reward at the 2-hour mark is going to be the operator's skin song from DMZ Recon. Really exciting skin to see, and I'm excited to see how many people are going to have it in game after today.
Dude, I love the breakdown, Noah. Obviously,
Yes,
there's a lot to play for, man. We've got people at home that can earn rewards just by watching in-app, which you just broke down, and then also our team's all going to be playing for a lot of cash. Now, I want to give an example of our redemption system, Noah, because you and I have been talking a little bit on the side about how this all works, some of the strategies that we'll get into in a little bit as we get into our teams. But I want to give an example just so everybody's very clear about how this all works. They're going to be offering up their DMZ cash that they earn in each round, right? So for instance, Noah, if you and I go in as a duo and our third is, I don't know, Bobby plays himself, okay? We go in, we only somehow, some way, we're terrible, apparently. You're trying to carry us, it doesn't work. We somehow only extract at the end of an hour with everything, all of the matches we played included, we only have 1 million somehow in DMZ cash. I mean, that would be totally abysmal, frankly. But maybe that's the case.
Not unrealistic with Bobby.
True. At the end of that hour, we could offer up all of that 1 million to try to earn some of that $5,000 prize pool. That is a possibility. But if we do that and we win that $5,000 or some of that 5,000, well, then we may be in trouble in the next round because we're going to be down 1 million because we can't use it in round 2. So let's talk about those teams and see if that strategy, maybe Bobby Plays, who is competing in this, can do a little bit better than 1 million in an hour. I certainly hope so. Noah, let's quickly shout out some of our favorites. We've got a ton of players, a ton of amazing creators, and some fantastic rosters. Maybe start me off with Team Z-Laner there with Bobby Plays himself.
Yeah, well, we talked about him, we joke about him, but honestly, he is one of the most experienced DMZ players here in the roster. He has put in the work, and I think it's probably going to reflect here in the looting pool and the system, because it's all going to be about how fast you can get in and out of matches with money. And I think Bobby's experience is really going to come down to help out the team. He's going to guide them, and he's not afraid to speak his mind. So team leader Bobby might be taking over Z-Lander's team, and he's a very competent player himself, and so is Metalcore. So I think they'll be able to follow behind, and that's going to be a very deadly team.
Yeah, I like that roster a lot. Of course, my eyes in any of these competitions, anytime Nadeshot, Vague, and Winsanity are in competitions, you got to pay attention to them. When they're all on the same team, I think we may have a problem with our top left roster. Obviously, some experience in Call of Duty Mobile, actually for all 3 of them. What do you think of that roster, and then any others that maybe are inside your top 3?
Of course, yeah. Team Nadeshot, very competitive, heavy team. All of them have had history in competitive. Winsanity, he's a very competitive person. I mean, he used to run, so that's his history. Maybe not in gaming, but going to be a very deadly roster as well. Vague's been putting in the work, and I think he's going to be a good representation of a team leader as well. And again, Nadeshot and Win are going to be able to follow. As far as my top, let's say, 3 teams to watch, definitely you got to stay on the lookout for T-Dog's team with Little B on it. He, outside of Bobby Plays, has put in the most time. And Team Kaylee. Space has also been taking this competition very seriously. Yeah. I've been getting a lot of DMs from him, an overwhelming amount of DMs from him asking for tips and tricks. So those are going to be my top 3 teams to stay on the lookout for. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I think everybody's really excited that you're not competing and you're hanging out with me in the booth today, because I think you'd be running the tables, man. We have some great rosters, folks. We got a lot of folks we can talk about. And the fact, Noah, that you shouted out Team T-Dog Smitty as a top team, is one thing that I never thought I would hear in my entire life. Unbelievable stuff. T-Dog Smitty has a chance to win a tournament. I mean, that's news for everybody at home. But you're right, Little B, one of the top grinders in the game. You were kind of touting in particular, as we're about to hop into our games, that Little B, a very good looter in particular, which I think will go a long way. In
the community, he's known as the Loot Goblin.
Yeah. Well, hey, aren't we all, man? Honestly, I'm a big Luke Goblin myself. But before we get into the games, we're about to get started, folks. I've got to remind everybody of a couple things. First and foremost, why don't you just drop a follow on all major socials here with Call of Duty Mobile. Obviously, we've got all the socials you could ever want, and we are live streaming from all over the place right now. So drop a follow: Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram. You see it all down below. Call of Duty Mobile's been around for a long time, and they're going to be around for a long time longer. I heard somebody say, man, DMZ Recon, it could be its own app. Nope, still inside of Call of Duty Mobile. A lot going on with this game, so go check it out now. You can go download it right now at iOS, Android, Google Play Store. Also, fun things, by the way. Here's a little tech tip for you. Just screenshot me right now. I'll pose for you. And then you can scan that QR code if you're on your mobile device. Very easy way to do it. If you're on mobile, just grab that screenshot and then click the QR code in your Photos app. That should pull it all up for you so you can start your download right now. All right, Noah, it is time to jump into the gameplay, man. The players are itching. They're ready to rock and roll. And so we got to remind everybody at home the pricing just for round one. This feels like the warm-up round for me, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said, this is where players are going to get a feel for how to play their offerings. I think a lot of the teams that might think, hey, you know what? We don't have as much experience in running around the map as fast as possible and collecting loot. Maybe this is the round we should target, because I think a lot of the stronger teams are probably going to be going after those later rounds. So we might see some early max loot offerings here. And again, $5,000 on the line for round number one, with $3,000 going to first place.
Yeah. Hey, still a lot of money on the line if you choose to offer up. And I think we'll continue in this redemption round. We'll continue to brief everybody how it all works. And feel free to ask questions, by the way. We're paying attention to the chat. But this was a fun one because there is a twofold thing. I said it was kind of a warm-up, right? But the problem is it's only a warm-up if you're going to allow it to be a warm-up, because everybody's trying to earn as much loot as possible, okay? And this DMZ cash that you can offer up for round one is important if you want to win some prizing. But you're also playing for the end game. Like, all of the DMZ cash you're earning right now also will count towards your overall. So there's kind of a lot going on right now, and this is going to set the tone for how this competition will go.
Yeah, and I'll say right now, I never thought I'd hear the day where a warm-up is for $5,000 here. Yeah, that's a crazy statement you're making. We're on board here with Iceman Isaac, who honestly is one of the PC creators with the most mobile experience. So this might be an underdog team right here between Aerith, Iceman, and Thesaurus PG.
Take that.
I'm really curious to see what they're going to do. They got one of the Serpent Town spawn points, which is going to be right near a safe here. Couple of kills to their name already, and it's odd seeing a USS9 come in, but something we didn't even talk about is all these teams are going to be playing on fresh, brand new accounts. So everyone's starting at an even playing field. So taking a look at Aerith's inventory, we see a rare USS9. It's going to be really interesting to see how the competition develops in the later rounds, especially on Building 21, once a lot of these teams start to unlock some of the better weapons as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good shout. And just to be very clear, they are all upgraded, but on fresh accounts. So they're going to be able to have their whole talent tree available at RIP, but they don't have any like extra starting gear or anything like that. So you'll see them slowly build up their accounts as we go. You see that timer at the top middle of our screen, folks? Like we said, every round is an hour. So we're going to be popping back and forth between teams and streams and talking about all your favorite creators and listening in even to some of their comms. But they've got an hour to play, and then our redemption process will begin, which is about a 5-minute timer that they have to submit an offer if they want to. They don't have to. They have to submit it within that time window. So
how many teams do you think are going to make a very heavy offer here in round one?
It's kind of a catch-22, frankly. I think the only way you would do so is if you feel like you are way ahead. And you would feel like you're way ahead if you understand the game enough to say, hey, we actually, in this first hour, especially on this map, we actually came out with a crazy, like, we got very lucky. So I think some of the teams that get really lucky are going to be able to afford to spend some of that DMZ cash pretty early on the first redemption round. But a couple little freebies for them as we start off the map. And
No, I haven't.
yeah, the other thing I was thinking about,
warm up.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing I was thinking about though, Noah, is I feel like there's no reason not to submit an offer, right? Like even if you're like, hey, we don't want to spend anything, you might as well throw like $1 in DMZ Cash up there, just on the odd chance that nobody else puts an offer down, because top 3 still actually make cash from the prize pool.
Yeah,
Of course. And now that we're on board with methods here, we can also talk about the fact that some of these teams are going to be opting to use controller. Really interesting to see DMZ played on controller here. I think methods might need to jump up that sensitivity a little bit to compete. Maybe loot a little bit quicker, but did want to just shout that as well. We're going to have some controller perspective in here, which is going to be really fun to see. It's always something that's nice about mobile gaming and Call of Duty Mobile specifically, is that it is so diverse and you're able to connect any Bluetooth controller to the device and it just works seamlessly.
But that contract is, it said eliminate that target.
Yeah, you just gotta kill that guy and then touch his
I am
body.
surprised to see a lot of these teams taking their time, taking down the bots, because if I was in this competition, which, hey, lucky for them, I'm not, I would be saying, hey guys, listen, we're hopping to our first raid on normal difficulty. Our objective is going to be to make as much money as possible to come in with full purple gear on the hard mode as fast as possible, and that's when we can start collecting some of those better items. And the item rarity that I'm looking forward to seeing the most here is some ultras.
Yeah, hopefully we can pull some. Man, I was watching some of your YouTube content actually, and saw your 20 mil raid that you did the other day. That was absolutely absurd.
Cinematic raid right there.
It was. And then the second one, pulling 2 ultras after that back to back, which is insane. But all of that to say, there is a decent chance, like if somebody's able to pull that off, especially once we get to building 21, a team pulls that off, even if it's a full team of 3, you know, pulling 20 mil or even 15 mil or something like that, that will give them a huge bonus that they'll be able to, like, hey, we've got room to offer up a lot of DMZ cash, even if it's, you know, in that second round, earn some bit of our prize pool, assuredly lock some real life money down, and still be able to play for round 3 in the overall leaderboard.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if round 2 is where we see the offering really come into play, with a lot of the teams starting to send out some hefty offers. Round 1 really is just going to be the feeler round all around on, you know, people getting used to the game mode and the pacing of how everyone else is going to play, and just kind of getting the team chemistry set up right. And moving on board here to Little B with T-Dog, and I'm not surprised to see he has already stacked up $2.5 million, and they're also currently doing the corporate rivalry contract. So it seems like Team Leader B is really stepping into effect here.
Let me know once you smoked up.
I didn't smoke. I'm just searching.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it sounds like Little B's got them all in order, right? Whether they practiced or they're just listening to the IGL comms of Little B. Calling for smokes. T-Dog says he's just looting up right now, which I respect. And
yeah, top of the
it looks like
Bobby plays his team here.
Yeah,
already on the train. So like I said, trying to get in and out of the match as soon as you have the ability to purchase purple weapons, so you can get into the hard game mode.
yeah. Let's talk a little bit about that. I think a lot of folks that are watching at home probably have played quite a bit of DMZ and Recon, but for those that don't know, explain the difference between some of the modes, not the maps, right? Normal versus hard, etc.
Yeah, of course. So the normal mode is what we're watching right now. It's the most beginner friendly. It's when you first boot up the game, first create an account, first hop into DMZ. You're going to be playing on normal difficulty. And this is, you know, honestly, a lot of my viewers say, hey, I don't have any money. This is where you go to start racking up some free cash. But with that being said, it's not just going to be an unlimited money farm, because it's low risk. They kind of make it low reward. So you'll stack up on your very basics, maybe like $500,000 to $1 million per raid, or if you're Little B, 4 million somehow, and with reds. Oh, they might already be in the hard difficulty. They might have been one of the teams to already throw on purple gear. With that being said,
you can't kill it. You can't. It's hard.
Hopping into the normal difficulty, like I said, you're not going to be able to find the ultra items. It's going to be very beginner friendly, very, hey, this is how you play the game mode. And when you're really serious about locking it down and going high risk, where you can lose all your items outside of your weapons, hard mode's where you're going to go. It's going to be much tougher competition. The AI is going to be stronger.
Yep.
There's going to be more players on the map, and the loot is going to reward that. It's going to be better. Not only do you see more red items, more gold items, but you do have that opportunity for the ultras to be unlocked.
I don't even want to tell you.
Good shout.
It's all good. 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 Let me see if we can do this.
I think they just said, T-Dog, how much money you carrying right now? And he said, I don't even want to tell you guys. So a good start for this roster.
Okay, I'm just kidding.
That means he is broke on his looting thus far. But Lil B is carrying the burden of responsibility right now as expected.
Yeah, and from what we've seen so far, though, 4 million alone is not a bad score. And as I say that, though, I'm taking a look at Slayer in the bottom left corner, and wait, is he carrying an ultra item? I see 4.6. Oh, I really hope he pulls up his inventory again. I believe I just saw an ultra horse. So he found the Jade horse in his first game of this event. Well, not only is this going to be a skill-based competition, but you do have the opportunity, of course, at always finding a crystal skull or one of these ultra items. It's going to be a nice boost and a nice confidence boost leading into this competition.
Can you follow me, Symphony?
Yeah, and this, as long as they extract, which I assume they will, this feels like a team that may offer up
On your map, you can see me.
probably not a ton, but like a decent offer during our redemption round, or redemption phase rather, or in between rounds here to potentially just earn a little bit of that 5K prize pool for our first round.
Yeah, I had spoken to you a little bit before the stream about Slayer's experience inside DMZ. He's been keeping it on the low. He has been grinding this mode a lot, and I had said it before, that team right there with Symphony is going to be one of the sleeper squads to stay on the lookout for. I didn't even shout them out as my top 4, but they're definitely one of those to stay looking out for. And right now, they're proving why.
Yeah. I mean, obviously a
We're
little
on
bit
board
of
here
luck
with
goes a long
Kaylee,
way,
who
but-
looks like she also just extracted out.
3359.
Yeah, there's 750K, not fantastic, but could be worse. But like you said, a lot of these teams and players are trying to figure out how can we get quickly into hard. And I think the skill here, because we're, quote unquote pub stomping, is the skill is how successful can you be in as low amount of time as possible. Like we're trying to load in, get as much loot as possible, and get out as fast as possible.
It's totally.
Yeah, and that's definitely shown right now with all of these teams hitting up extract at the same time. Because if you were to have stayed into Serpent Island for a full match, that's about 28 minutes right there. So these teams are definitely hopping out early. Seems like the general vibe of this event is just get in, hit up the spawn safes as quickly as possible, get out.
But I gotta like hold the thing. If I go too far, I'm gonna break into the main safe.
Okay.
But I gotta like hold the thing. If I go too far away, it stops.
Okay, well, I got the big one, I think.
NPCs keep spawning on the sides, by the way. So just
Okay.
take them out.
Yeah. Oh, he's big again.
Looks like DMZ is bringing that nade shot on controller here for the first time in a long time. We got some Call of Duty controller nade shot.
I love it. Yeah, I was gonna say it sounded like Win was kind of leading the charge here in directing. I mean, obviously this is a pretty normal gameplay loop for this map, but all of the folks gonna try to grab this mission,
Once it opens, we should
complete it,
I'm gonna
and
smoke
hopefully
right now,
find some
waiting.
decent loot.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like they do know what they're doing with nade throwing the smoke there, right there on the drill. So definitely had some comms prior to this.
So I can have some space for you guys to
Get their communications right and coordinated on what they're going to end up doing. I'm curious on where Vague is at. Assuming he's their residential COD-M player, he decided, okay, I'm going to go out and do some solo squatting while you guys focus on this. And as I say that, I am biting my tongue because he is taking the elevator down to where they already are.
Bro, what am I doing?
I was gonna ask you actually if you were competing in this competition, and let's just say, I mean, this team in particular, Vague, Winsanity, both know what they're doing. Nade Shot is learning as we go. Would you go for that strat? I mean, especially once you start moving into the hard round, like on hard, which most of these teams already are. Would you just say, hey, follow Vague's lead, and Winsanity's gonna run around in solo squad, or vice
They're
versa?
hard to see, but some of these boxes.
That's a really tough question, especially as nade goes down to a flame knot. It might influence my answer a little bit here. I don't know. I think I'd probably just go high risk off the rip, knowing my strategies. I would say, all right, guys, I'm going to direct you because I can just pull up my map whenever I want and see exactly where they're at. I'd probably just be like team leader, do as I say, not as I do, while I run off and solo squad on some other part of the map.
Yeah.
Did you hit the main safe up here, the big one?
It seems like a lot of these teams are just getting their feeler rounds out where they're all hanging out relatively nearby with each other.
Okay, yeah. yeah, he's not.
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking,
What should we do now?
there's a lot of loot on the map in its entirety, and so if you can just divide and conquer and all loot up different parts of the map, I mean, you certainly could see higher loot values. But Stone Mountain on your screen right now, he feels like a standard in all of these events. Not the first time that he has played
Don't go that way. Don't go that way.
Call of Duty Mobile, and it does look like he's actually playing mobile controls.
I think that's one of the robot
Yeah.
things that
So
shoots
I
bombs.
actually had the pleasure of playing with him at the DMZ launch event when we were just going through doing our 24-hour broadcast. And I remember we had a really fun experience here with Wheelson. So he's learned some lessons. He's learned some lessons, and one of them, I guess, was to, hey, play on touch controls.
Here, I know this roof.
Yeah. It's also going to speed some things up, hopefully, for them. So
We go up
but
here.
he looks pretty comfortable, which is good. I think a lot of their creators are.
Bella came down here, and then
Yeah, he's got a nice little
elevator we came
setup
up, we came
there
down.
for his device. You can see he's got a stand and everything.
Plates in
And
here.
not only that, if you take a look at his HUD, he is playing what I'd assume is a
Okay, wait by
four-finger
the
claw
elevator
setup.
All right.
Again, choosing to use the USS-9 here early on, which is interesting to see. For those of you who maybe not have played DMZ all too much, the meta right now is very heavily Ram 7. So seeing some of these teams pick other weapons is definitely interesting. The two weapons I expected to see the most here today would be the Ram 7 and the SO14.
How are you guys' bags looking?
Maybe they're just
Yeah,
trying to save some money.
Same.
Yeah, that was, I mean, the only thing I was thinking about too, I can't expect that most of these teams aren't going to extract on most of their early rounds, maybe even for every round in the first hour. And so I can't imagine they're too scared to bring in, you know, whatever their best gear is at the time. And look, I have played some DMZ Recon. I've not played near as much as you, but the amount of times I've heard our creators talk about the Ram 7, I mean, good grief. It's definitely going to be one of the weapons you see the most.
Yeah, it's very dominant.
It's a little bit more tricky. It's just gonna be a lot. Together. Yeah, the next mode is gonna be much harder and smaller map. Imagine like we're all in one building.
You could hear it from those creators. They were talking a little bit more about the next round. Looking forward about an hour. Basically saying, hey,
I
this
think
is
what they're
this is
talking
more
about here is
like
moving
a-
into the
you
hard
exit out-
difficulty,
we
because
exit
again,
out
you can
the
see
lobby.
they're playing on
Oh, yeah.
normal there. So I think a lot of these
And
teams
then
are
you
saying
don't
like,
need to
okay,
take
this is what we're gonna have to
what you
do
need
once we
to
jump into
show
hard.
is
So I
how
am
much
very curious
you
how
have
quickly
total after we
T-Dog's
sell
team ended up getting into the
the
hard mode.
items.
Same with Slayer's team with
so let's
Symphony,
go
because
to-
he had an
so let's
ultra.
go
So I wonder
to-
if some of the teams just
yeah,
decided to kind of
so-
get their feet wet in normal before hopping into hard. And some of the more confident teams said, nope, okay, you know what? We only have enough money to buy one set of purple gear. You know what? Whatever. Let's just do it anyway.
I was
Yeah. There's also a pretty good chance. You know, we popped in about 4 minutes after the hour had started. There's a pretty good chance maybe they loaded into a normal and then almost immediately got out
Have you hit downtown
after
yet?
getting some decent loot off rip. But
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened
Oh yeah,
either.
definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. The big building's priority.
And something I never thought would happen in my life, but I am now casting over Bobby Plays gameplay.
well, listen, I have casted over Z-Laner over 100 times probably, and doesn't matter what device, what controls, what game. This man is certainly a competitor. And like you said, Bobby Plays knows this game and this game mode very, very well. So I expect this team to do really well. I think you had mentioned they're a top 3 team for you. I agree.
No, I mean, they're
think the
looking good
key-
so far. I saw Bobby already had over $1 million in his inventory from this game alone. It looks like Z's sitting at 600,000. Metal a little bit further behind, but on his way towards hotel side. So he'll probably end up finding some goods over there.
Yeah, the key is obviously looting patterns and what routes you're going to take through the map and how fast you can do that. So
it might be time.
Bobby can hopefully lead the charge here.
Sure.
Oh, he's getting a revive on his teammate over here.
The one you killed first?
Mm-hmm.
No, it looks like we do have a little bit of combat finally developing. Bobby does have 1 kill, obviously shouted out there that looks like that player is getting revived. Curious what type of loot they're going to end up having on their bodies. This is another decision you need to make whenever you're playing an extraction shooter or DMZ specifically. Is it really worth it to sacrifice my loot to get into combat?
That guy's got the freaking Queasy skin. We got real lobbies. What the heck?
Yeah, so Bobby's saying it right there. This is about to start getting juicy real quick. This is what I'd assume their first ever hard match, and they're picking up some legendary armor. So that's going to be an extra 700,000 in the inventory.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's huge. Yeah, it's a risk reward, right? Fighting or versus not fighting, especially in a competition like this that is completely based on loot. Like there is no, you don't get extra DMZ cash on your leaderboard, for instance, for getting kills or anything like that or eliminations.
Right,
So I think generally speaking, hey, you can fight if you want to, if you think those players maybe have some good loot on them, and then what utility are you going to utilize that you're hopefully be able to loot off of your opponent's bodies? But
Better and better as we improve.
it's definitely a totally different gameplay loop than your battle royales or your multiplayer.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see when we're going to find our first mythic armor on an opponent here in this event. That alone, if it's fresh, full durability, will give a team $2.1 million of loot value. So very, very worth taking those gunfights against mythic armor players, even if they do end up killing you.
Well, what happened to you, Dad?
To put into some perspective, most of the ultra atoms are about $1 million. So again, a mythic armor being $2 million, you got to send it on that.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
100%.
as well.
Yeah, I got him.
And then I would expect teams to not just to immediately sell it. I can't imagine you would keep it just because you're just trying to maximize your DMZ cash, but
I'm gonna follow you guys.
maybe they use it for a while and then sell. I don't know.
Yo, Cisco, how often do you guys have tournaments, bro?
And like esports in general, or
Yeah, like how often do you play in tournaments?
I don't know.
I love Method's first thought. He's in a DMZ Recon. Oh shoot. Okay. All right. Nice. He's in a DMZ Recon tournament that's all about looting, and he's asking Cisco about
one of you guys.
Call of Duty Mobile esports. It's
Cisco,
awesome.
bring me there, buddy.
I think he's getting the itch to come back and compete again. That might be what it is.
That's what they're saying.
Alright. I grabbed the contract for this vault mission. It's kind of an Easter egg, not really, but
Oh, this thing. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be another big part of what we're seeing for the next hour here on Serpent Island. Is a lot of these players just rushing to the corporate rivalry contract. So that's what Space is telling his team right now.
Where did you go, Space?
I have a feeling the majority of these teams that are going to be within the top 3 towards the end of round 1 are just going to be hanging out at the Kurahana ship throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
This is the high risk, high reward area right here,
follow me.
as indicated on the minimap with that red outline.
Yeah, definitely the fastest way to get high value loot. And then should you kind of complete that contract, that is the other thing that's actually pretty cool about DMZ Recon for those that haven't had a chance to play a ton of it. Talk to me a little bit about contracts and how they work, Noah, because this is something that's pretty unique to this game mode in particular that I think a lot of Call of Duty fans know. If you've played some battle royales, like what contracts are. But if you're maybe an extraction shooter fan, you haven't played DMZ Recon yet. What does the contract do for you? How is it valuable?
Oh my God!
Yeah, of course. I mean, my personal favorite would be the hunt contract, and if you come from Warzone, you'll know that one pretty well. You can go ahead and collect that contract, activate it, and it will have a little ping on the mini-map of the player on the map that has the most value in loot. So very helpful in not only finding enemies to kill, but going after a player that has some pretty high value on them. One of my favorite contracts, but in general, a lot of these contracts are pretty simple. And real quickly, I have to point out, Bobby Plays going up against some mythic armor there. I said I was curious how long it was going to take. He found it pretty quickly, and he already has $4.2 million on their inventory. Where do they stand here on the leaderboards? Oh, they're 6 because this is probably their second game.
Oh my God, that's massive.
This is going to be really fun to watch this total cash earned move up. As I was saying, contracts, of course. You've got some different recon contracts, which will tell you to go kill a high-value target NPC, go destroy some bomb sites. They're just little gimmicky ways to earn some cash without going into an area where you might feel threatened, just taking on the environment. And then you also have the crown contracts like the corporate rivalry mission that I've mentioned multiple times before. Space was saying it's kind of like an Easter egg contract because it is so unique and different, and it is specific to Serpent Island. For this contract, you have to run to the back of the Kurahana ship. You explode the back of the base, and you run in, take an elevator down, have to fight all sorts of NPCs, and if you're not ready for it, it can be pretty overwhelming while you hack a safe, get in there with the drill, and once that contract is completed, not only do you earn about $300,000 as a team, you also have the ability to loot a free safe and multiple different vaults in there.
Yeah, so to get the gold backpack,
Nice.
you have to take everything that's in it for them already.
Oh,
and just switch everything over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So just switch everything
you're
over.
picking up their backpack.
Okay.
By the way, I think I know you saw that there was mythic armor there when he took down that player.
Yeah,
Also had a mythic backpack, if I saw that correctly. So Bobby is loaded right now.
Yeah, if that's the case, Bobby's probably going to be borderline on a $10 million run right here, which is going to jump him straight up to the first place in the standings.
Is it not increased? Is it not oh wait, there's a guy there. You can want to kill him. Zach, you can go kill him. There's a guy right there. Scan. Wait, there's a guy there. You can want to kill him. Zach, you can go kill him. There's a guy right there. Scan. Yeah, keep scanning, guys. There's a guy over there at southeast side of you. I'm doing a mission right now. I'm gonna go kill him. He might have something good.
Okay.
Never mind. So again, just to be a broken record here, this is that corporate rivalry mission, and it is the only one that spawns in on the map. Highest risk mission for you to do. Highest mission contract, and Little B right there, just completing it and reaping the rewards. Found a lot of mythic items.
You know the safe room, Mark? Come down to safe room. There's some loot in here.
Safe room, okay.
See if we can get a little lucky.
I'll say it again, I am very surprised we've already seen one ultra item.
Okay. Yeah, in our, what, second raid, I think?
All of 15 minutes into this event.
Purple stuff just to do it.
Yeah, just pick up.
The real question is, are we going to see a crystal skull here today?
Oh, I got 2 golds out of this one.
I heard you pulled a crystal skull on like your second run ever. Is that right?
And I didn't appreciate it the way I should have. Yeah, it was launch date for the game. Sometime within like 2 hours of playing, I was like, oh, my first ever ultra. That's pretty cool because we were looking for some ultra items. Bobby had found a Kurahana flower before me, and he was like, whoa, it's $1 million. I was like, that's pretty cool. You know, $1 million, that's great. Nothing to, you know, go crazy over. I pick up a skull. First time anyone had ever seen it because, again, it was launch, and it was like 2 hours after the game came out. We didn't know what the values were going to be. I look at it, I'm like, oh, it's $10 million.
Yeah.
And again, I didn't appreciate that at the time. And I had went a solid 6 weeks straight of playing the game for 8 to 5 hours a day before finding my second one. So it's just that rare to put into some perspective.
That definitely would be huge for this competition. All about loot, all about the value of the items that you get out of the map with. Here's the other fun question. Who do you think the first team will be that doesn't extract? So far, I think we're probably near perfect from everybody. Everything's nice and clean thus far.
They probably looted the boat already.
Yeah, I was very curious about that as well. We'd seen a couple of players gone down, like Nate shot earlier to the Flame Knot, which is definitely someone you don't want to mess with when you only have the purple or even worse armor. But as far as a full team wipe, I don't know if we'll... I don't know if we'll see it, though, to be honest, until maybe building 21. I think in round 2, personally, that's my guess. With that being said, of course, Little B is here laying on his back.
If I can, if that's
Oh my
I think that's a great example. Anything can happen, honestly.
Oh, there's another player. There's another player. So be careful. There's another player.
Okay.
And this might be it.
He's trying to extract.
I don't have any plates, fellas. I don't have any plates.
Oh, he's trying to extract. Don't let him. Don't let him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let him extract. I'm here with him.
Yeah, that is the thing about the helicopter extract here.
I'm scanning.
It is, it's nice to get out of the map with, but it is very often that people like Noah Sunday roll up on you right as you're trying to extract in the last 3 seconds and kill you and take all your stuff and then get out of the map as well.
No, don't leave.
That's my favorite thing to do.
We have a lot of loot here.
I've said this before. My only gripe with the game is I wish that the extraction took even longer so I can run across the map and get even more kills. Let them do all the looting up for me, and I'll catch them at the end.
Right here. This guy has like pick up all his stuff. I told you like how to how organize the loot, high to low. Yeah, he has some stuff in his pockets. And I'm gonna loot this guy.
What's up? Where's the other body?
I'm looting right now.
Professional looter, man. That's all they're talking about. Little B.
No.
Getting his troops in order, man. I love it.
I'm running.
It does seem like the hard difficulty competition is a lot stronger than I initially was going to give it credit for here this early on some new accounts, but it does seem like a lot of these players are running into some pretty difficult players.
There might be some good supplies this way.
That's where they are, bro. Yeah, I got a ping out. Yeah, they're still there. They're all camped. They're all...
I'm getting word from production, by the way, Noah, while we watch Rose Smith jockey back and forth looking for first blood here. Production said Stone Mountain's team did all get wiped.
Second floor? Stay, he's getting.
So they did fail their first extraction.
You got one.
I'm running.
I see, and no other way than to the radiation zone. What an unfortunate way to go out.
Come with me inside.
This early on a brand new account, I have a feeling some players may have forgotten to bring those radiation pills. Ooh,
Yeah.
and we got some good competition here again. Slayer going up against some mythic armor.
Got one. Got one.
Some support coming in from Symphony, and he's able to take him out on the side. That might just be a squad wipe. Oh my god, that is value right there. A mythic backpack and 2 mythic armors. You can take a look at Slayer's inventory alone going up to $7.6 million of loot value.
Bro, it's one of the teams.
Yeah, a huge game for them. This should help them top the leaderboards most likely.
Oh my gosh, even more mythic armor too. Watch this number.
That's one of them.
$9 million on Slayer alone.
Keep facing people over and over.
Good grief.
Anybody that's playing controller is going to be in our lobbies.
Yo, let's go, boy. Wait, which team was that?
But it's not for a
I don't
tournament.
know. I didn't see that.
Golly. Got word from production. That's the highest number we've seen so far on an individual. 9 mil from Slayer is now the loot to beat. And this
Across
is the whole
all of
roster.
them, it looks like we've got 20 million.
Yeah. Holy, I was kind of not joking, but I was kind of thinking we wouldn't see a 20 million raid even from a trio for like at least until building 21, but apparently we're getting it right now. A massive
They got a crazy
run from
lobby.
these three
and
gentlemen.
What's even more surprising to me is the fact that Symphony is on controller. So this is a controller lobby extracting with full mythic gear.
People been
I
grinding.
might have to pop in the sticks real quick and try out a controller lobby myself.
Sounds like a new video, huh?
I took all the mythic armors, by the way, so we don't waste them.
I like the way
Yeah,
you
it
think.
looks like. Yeah, I can picture the thumbnaml right now.
Like, I'm just trying to loot.
You with the big surprise face of my 20 mil raid in controller lobbies. It's crazy stuff. I'm looking forward to the video. T-Dog out of the map.
Yeah, it seems like
And
it will be
feeling good
much
about that
sweatier
one.
in these lobbies than I expected it was going to be. So should be good for the loot value.
Yeah, Bobby shouting that out as well. These lobbies are sweatier than expected.
It's the weekend, man.
Also, fun fact:
People are putting some game time in. I'm loving it. This is a big raid, by the way, from Bobby, Metal, and Zlander.
Worthless, but
just between Metal and Bobby, that's over 10 mil. So as long as Z's got something, this is a great one for them. They should be probably top 5.
Check your map.
Yeah, nice 2.6.
Absolutely.
See you later. Not this.
See you later. Get on.
I'm coming.
Oh, it's all right. He's got a minute. He got a minute. We're chilling.
Taking his sweet time here. It is interesting to see teams opting to take that train extract just because it is one of the lengthier ones. And although you might not think, you know, hey, a 2-minute extract, that's really going to hurt my overall time. You know, every minute, every second counts here.
Yeah, also, if you're taking the train extract, what, 8 times in an hour? Hey, that adds up, man. That's 16 minutes. That's a long time when you're only playing an hour.
Some good math there. That's some good math.
I'll do some more for you later.
If you're playing fair, it wouldn't be, you wouldn't start on hard. You start on regular one match.
All right, swapping back over, taking a look at Stone Mountain's team here with Bella Fox, Dozzy. Looks like they're just getting started. Nothing crazy.
So these
yet
are the
from
ones
Bella's
that we
perspective.
here had died to the radiation zone. Pick that up, pick that up. Oh my gosh, she left the gun oil. Anyway, yeah, so since they did end up failing a raid, I wonder, oh, absolutely. I just had that confirmed. If they had gone back to the normal difficulty, they absolutely did because you aren't able to bring in blue tier loot into a hard mode. So it looks like they got booted back to normal. That was the risk of going into hard.
Yeah.
We had talked about that earlier.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty important point, frankly. We're basically spinning an entire raid in normal rather than in hard mode. So good shout. Going down without radiation pills. Brutal.
Yeah, the real question from here on out is going to be, okay, you know what? Maybe we didn't have the best round 1. Do we send an offer? Do we wait till round 2? Do we wait till round 3?
True. I guess that is the opposite side of the coin, isn't it? We get to the redemption round, and instead of the people that have a ton, the people that don't have a whole lot just offer everything up, thinking, well, we're so far behind. Are we going to have a hard time catching back up for the overall or, you know, a massive offer in round 3 or something like that? Let's try to secure some cash now. That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, personally speaking, if I was, you know, kind of down on my luck here in the first round, and I think that I'm behind other teams, I'm just going to throw all of my money in the first offer. Hope I can secure a little bit of cash, and, you know, whatever happens in the next 2 rounds happens. Maybe you get lucky. Maybe you throw a second offer in round 2, and then just enjoy playing casually in round 3 and just live the DMZ experience, you know?
So we should be good off that too.
Yo, that's actually, that's a pretty good thought. We'll see.
Like, should we just
We're
be
set. We win if we get that.
and we should just go
yeah,
crazy?
we pretty much win
like,
the whole thing.
Yeah.
how rare is it? Like 1 in a million?
Yeah.
I have a feeling they're talking about the Crystal Skull right now.
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
I
Here's
thought
the
you
thing.
Nobody
A little bit of a counterpoint.
No, they found it for sure. Yeah.
Just getting a single crystal
Can you imagine,
skull
though, that kind of
based on the
trigger luck? Oh my
speed that
God.
Slayer,
I'm doped up.
Little
just thinking
B,
about it.
Bobby's teams are playing at.
Oh, here, I got the
I don't know if that would win you the whole tournament. Like, I don't know if that's going to put you that much farther ahead than teams that are moving quite a bit faster than you are.
No, I agree completely. I think they might be overvaluing a $10 million item. Like, that's great, but one squad wipe against Mythic Gear, that basically makes up a skull.
My clothes. I got you, brother. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best.
Now, I'm also curious to see if we start seeing some of the Quiji crates come into be a factor as well. So if a team extracts with the Quiji weapon case, they're able to then turn it into a lootable crate in the menu. And once they do that, it has a possibility of being an ultra item, a mythic item more commonly. So that could just add in some kind of phantom money, if you will, where people are getting extra 500,000 to $1 million from just the Quiji crates alone. And if one player on the team extracts with it, it does credit all 3 players. So let's say all 3 players open up their Quiji crate, and it just gives kind of the bare minimum, which is around $160,000 to $500,000 in a loot value. That alone could be adding in millions each run.
That's a good shout.
All right, hold on. Load. Oh, are you alright out there?
Pinned down in the vault by the flame. Nah, this is not a great situation for Dab.
I just gotta take him out through the door, like you do.
Shit.
I got him, he's dead.
Vehicles are now available for purchase.
Yeah, I can see if you're, not prepared for this. This might be a little overwhelming, but not too difficult if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I like to make jokes about it now on my stream. Like, I'll watch some of my opponents end up dying here, and I'm just like, how is that even possible? But I do need to just remember the first time I ever went into this, I actually had an ultra item in my backpack. This is before I had the ultra insurance slot, and I had never done the mission before. It was literally the first time I'd run in there, and I had gotten destroyed. I just got absolutely swarmed, wasn't expecting it, and I had lost my first ever ultra. And still to this day, the only ultra I've ever lost was to that mission.
I'm gonna hack in here. Actually, bro, you should hack this shit.
It just opens up a secret door.
Gotcha.
Yo, I'm just so confused because the safe was open for me. I think.
Sometimes the bots will run up to it.
I'm also very curious how the looting experience is here on controller. It looks like whenever Methods opens up an item, he then touches his screen to loot it. As he's stalking his opponents.
Out. Yeah. Definitely something worth trying out. Nothing to write home about necessarily about this run for that team. We'll swing back over to Winsanity. Vig, Nashot. Like you said, we're going to be running this mission over and over and over again. That's certainly one of the fastest ways to get high value loot.
Footsteps?
No. Yeah, footsteps. Okay, they're gonna win.
Yeah, and it is very interesting to see, despite a lot of these teams kind of running the same routes, how different some of these runs have been. Seeing Win with just $66,000 on him. I'm sure it is just the start of the round, but some of the other teams, they'll be doing the safe. They've got like 6 or 7 million. That wasn't intentional, but you get the point.
Zip.
Oh, I got one.
Ooh.
Oh, the real players on the other side.
Some clean headshots there from Win. Choosing to use the kilo. Not a bad weapon.
Are you looting? Okay.
Yeah, I'll loot when you come.
Just drop the other audio.
That was a real person.
The one time I just sit for a second and it's not a bot.
That's actually crazy. I didn't think there was gonna be any real people.
You're never safe on Serpent Island,
That's
I'll
like
tell
his
you what.
first time freaking playing the game. Oh, he's back up. That's what he has.
Me.
There's another root player up top. Nothing crazy to write home about, but
there's another gold here.
Take what we can get from him. 1.7 on space right now is what I saw.
Yeah, it's not really worth it. It's the worst one. All right, let's get out of here.
You know, that is a great run for normal difficulty, which is interesting to see that they're still playing on normal.
Yeah, 1.7. Looks like Kaylee's on 1.4. It's not bad.
Offer window is from 8:03 to 8:08, my time, or central.
I don't know what that means.
Round 1 ends.
Speaking about the offerings here, Space getting very strategic with it. I wonder if their team is thinking, okay, you know what? We might just full send round 1.
Honestly, get this guy to $1 million for real.
And honestly, if I took a look at T-Dog on the leaderboard with Little B again alone carrying about 4 million, now over 4 million, and he actually has an ultra item, I would be thinking the same thing. So seeing our second ultra here on the broadcast, it's going to be the golden F key, worth roughly about $1 million. Now, what's really interesting is a lot of us who have been grinding out DMZ at this point do have ultra insurance slots, which means even if we had died, if we had put an ultra item in there, it's going to go back to the warehouse.
Is looted.
On these accounts, these players do not have those. So if this team goes down, and specifically Little B, that ultra item is up for the grabs.
Yeah, it's a good call out. I think for those that have played DMZ Recon, you know that you've got your insurance slots down below, bottom of your bag, and you can, whatever you put in there, you get out no matter what happens on the map. But ultras, some of those ultras can't go in those spots unless you have your
what is up with the
ultra insurance, like you were talking about, Noah. So definitely something to keep in mind if things get a little too mixy.
Yeah, and Little B right now struggling against the AI. They just got him pinned, trying to work his way out. Doesn't look like he's got plates on, finally getting a chance. I'm very curious what's going on with those footsteps around him. If I had to guess, they're above him right now, thinking, there might be something worth looting over here in the safe.
No, loot the containers.
We'll see if Little B gets into some combat here in a minute. I hate that he's just taking his time in this position, truly.
Okay, gotcha.
There's a guy here, too. I want to kill this.
Does use his scan, sees where the opponent is. Let's see what his decision's going to be. Does he get out of here? He's only going to use one last plate. Is he challenging this gunfight, or is he going to regroup with his squad?
Yeah.
Oh, on the other side of things. Oh, looks like Little B did decide to go for the fight and is able to clutch up with just 23 HP left. Still needs to take out the NPC protecting the crate, able to do so. So, like we had spoken about earlier, he did decide to go the route of, I'm going to solo squad. You guys go and loot hotel. It's the second best POI here on the map, so they're clearing that out together while he does the ship alone, and could have gone wrong there, but looks like it is going to continue to work in their favor at the moment. Zach Wilder also having a great game with 2.7 million.
Yeah, wow.
I'm here, ready to go. I do have somebody shooting.
They've got a good raid going. That's 4 million between the two of them, plus Lil B, who I think is on 6 mil. So this is a 10 mil run for them here in Serpent.
And you might look at that and think, okay, that's decent. But the reason that's great outside of him going down there is the fact that they are only a few minutes into this run. Like I said before, Little B plays at such a fast pace. So I have a feeling their strategy there was to all group up there at the paid extract, take that out, and just go in and out of the match as soon as possible. We'll see with T-Dog down now if that's going to change the strategy a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna
lucky for them, T-Dog was their player carrying the least amount of value of loot. So as long as Zach and Little B are able to clear here and get him back up, they should still be good to go with their strategy.
Recon extraction.
They are? Okay.
Yep. Scanning.
It looks like Lil B and Zach are going to group up here and try to chow this.
Yeah, this is about to be the perfect pinch on this opponent.
That's one. That's
One down, one jump down, jump down.
Jump down, okay.
Towards you, running towards you.
Oh yeah, he is.
I'm gonna get T-Dog. Comms are on point. They're using that scavenger class, getting those scans, seeing where the opponents are at all times, putting them on the radar.
Do we chase or F it?
No, we killed this guy.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm scanning.
Thank you. Thing, right?
I don't have a thing.
I'm just. Oh, and back on board with Team Z.
Wow.
Going down. That is not a team I expected to see lose a raid. I'm curious how long they spent in there. 6 minutes.
Ultra in your thing?
There, you can't put ultras in your insured slot when you start out.
Oh, and they had an ultra, so exactly what I was just talking about coming to life.
How much was that ultra?
Wow.
No, it was only.
That's such a bummer. Hey, listen, we thought maybe the first hour is gonna be a little, you know, a little more chill, a little bit of a warm up for some of these teams, but apparently it's a little sweaty already. I'm telling you, this weekend crowd is ready to game. Swing over and take a look at Chief Zeke. Yeah, exactly. Take a look at what this team's doing.
We're on the same page, guys.
I guess it really just depends on, you know, your play style and the locations you go to. Some of these teams that are, you know, opting to ride the train around and stuff like that. Those are some of the slower POIs, places that players don't really typically go. So might not have too much combat over there, not too much trouble, just a consistent kind of low-level loot flow, but again, consistent regardless. And some of these teams going a bit higher risk, they might have some of those dead runs. So we'll see what strategy prevails.
Okay, there we go. Safe.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Good win, bro.
Slow and steady can win the race, technically, if you basically never make a mistake. Let's swing over to Iceman Isaac, Thesaurus, PG, and Aerith. Fun roster to take a look at, unfortunately, only for a moment, because, yeah, brutal. Going for the res there when there's enemies around is a tough way to go out.
Okay. I'm at 3.3 million.
3.3 million? Okay, and how much you have, T-Dog?
Yeah.
1.5.
1.5? Okay, well, this is pretty good. We actually had a pretty good rate here.
I don't know.
And nice hearing the discussion there. It's surprised to see that Little B is deciding to go after that kill contract rather than just hitting the paid extract.
Like in his radiation, like in his circle.
He's what, on 6.5, so they've got a good one going, but they're going to try to capitalize on it. Good raid right now. Try to add any extra value they can get from hunting down some real players. Stone Mountain and crew trying to figure out where they want to go, checking all the lockers for anything they can get their hands on. They're in a hotel, like you mentioned.
I mean, all I know
is bad place for loot.
And
you guys are rich.
Yeah, as long as you are able to combat Wilson,
did we already hit up this
hotel should be pretty peaceful.
No, we just hit up this building, so I kind of want to hit up this one.
Some good supplies this way. We got 9 minutes.
And we're away from radiation, so we're good on that.
Beauty. Train extract. Should we hit the train extract here? Try that again this time before the radiation gets us.
Oh, Wilson is still on the map. Now, that's going to be a little scary for Bella Fox and Stone Mountain because neither one of them have any armor plates on. So Wilson does have the capability of just one-shotting them. Here's to see if a little bit of chaos starts to develop here.
It's almost here.
Is it actually? Oh, we're in the zone?
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to try my best to... Oh, yeah, no.
Okay, we're in radiation now. Here we go.
It's getting dicey. It's getting dicey. Radiation pushing them out as well.
I'm thinking hit the train exfil would be might be the play. It's not too far. The only thing is I don't know how it works. So
yeah, I'm not.
What
sure.
other exfil is there? The boat up north.
So interesting hearing all their perspectives here. Under pressure, it really comes in to be handy to have those extra reps behind your belt. And we're down to just our last 11 and a half minutes as well. Speeding through this hour.
Moving quick. Yeah, it's moving way faster. 11 minutes. Now, here's the thing. So this timer, once it hits 0, this will be the end of the kind of game clock, if you will. And then we'll have a 5-minute timer on our redemption window. That's when teams can offer up some of their DMZ cash. Talks a little bit about that.
Right. Okay.
In that 5 minutes, you have to put your offer within those 5 minutes. If the window elapsed and you haven't put an offer in, then you haven't put an offer. You're not going to be considered. Teams don't have to quit the game right when we hit 0. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
So we may see teams kind of cutting it close. Hopefully they're able to get out and then be able to put up their offer just in the nick of time.
Basically, we need to find good loot. That's it.
Dude, I'm getting beamed, bro.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see the strategy behind some of these teams that are just entering a match that has 21 minutes remaining if they're going to be conscious of getting in that offer in the last 5, hitting up an early extract, or if they're just going to play this through.
Don't forget to pick up the QG weapon, by the way, Smith.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, by the way, getting confirmation, that timer is our entire hour. So it's a 55-minute round timer and then a 5-minute redemption window. So we're actually about to hit the redemption window in about 5 minutes. And then when that 5 minutes is done, that's our entire round, and boom, we're done. Moving on to the next round. So right at 5 minutes right now.
Some of these teams,
keep that in mind.
They need to start being conscious. Like, hey, might be time to find an extract.
I tried my rename card. I used a rename card and I called myself Ross Smith instead. Great name. Hey.
I haven't looked at the leaderboard in a little while, but I'm thinking this team is going to be one of our top, probably 3 to 5 trios out of our 10. Definitely in the top half, but I would expect, I'd expect them to be a top 3 team. But again, it's a top 3 team as of right now, and that frankly doesn't mean anything until the very end of the tournament. Being top 3 at the end of round 1 doesn't give you anything if you decide not to offer up some of that DMZ cash and try to earn some of that 5K prize pool for round 1. So keep that in mind.
Then we kill the boss.
Here's a look at it on the left. Look at that.
And we get out.
This is as of current on the left, by the way. So if they're currently in, a raid, for instance, and haven't extracted yet, obviously not going to be totaled up there. But Team Symphony, who we were just talking about, they're actually in 4th, and barely in 4th, by the way. Team Noah J there in 3rd.
Yeah, assuming they did end up extracting with that $20+ million run, I have a feeling once this is updated or once they're actually out of it, if that was still the round, they're going to be sitting comfortably up there at the top.
Yeah, I totally agree. It looks like maybe some things haven't been reported yet. That was the last report we got. Should see a big update here shortly.
Is that a real person?
Put the red backpack on right now? Are you able to swap bags like that?
Absolutely, Win. Absolutely. It's a good strategy. You should swap your bag. He's looking around like, I'm in that room with him right now.
I think
they're going to be organizing their loot on the back end. Preparing for the extraction here shortly.
Oh, what just happened?
2.2 mil currently for Win.
Extraction point is about to close.
Wait, we gotta go. Wait, Win, you gotta log in. I can hear my teammates. Oh no.
Roger that. Extraction helicopter pickup point has been confirmed. Check your map.
Nade shot is always comedy.
They look like they're in a blender of non Call of Duty mobile variety.
I think they're figured out. Comms. They don't know what to do. They're just little lost puppies on the map now. That's what happens when you drop the leash for some of those non-COD mobile main players.
Let's go.
That's so funny.
Mill, almost.
Okay. I'm gonna run straight to the boat. Y'all hit everything that you can here.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly hit stuff because he's on that side. I'll be on this side. We'll hit it, and then we'll head over to the boat.
Oh, seems like this team.
Yeah, you can hear a little bit
that offer window.
I'm in shambles.
Yeah, you can hear a little bit of urgency in their voices. Is what I was gonna say, because they are very cognizant. We are running out of daylight, folks. 2 minutes to the window opening. Our window to give a DMZ cash offer is open for 5 minutes. Then we'll begin round 2.
But there's people over
Yeah, it sounded like their strategy there was send Bobby over to the ship while the rest of these two finish looting out the hotel and then maybe hit that paid extract. Now I'm all for the paid extract, but you do have to consider, okay, if we hit this, 5 times throughout our hour, that's $500,000 gone from the inventory because it does cost a little over 100,000 every single time you hit it. Z, please pick up that gun oil. It's painful to watch, man. It's painful to watch. I know it's only worth $5,000 of in-game credit, and sure, you've got $50,000 on the line, but guys, that's the best item in DMZ Recon right there. I'll tell you what.
Okay. Talk to me about the efficacy of the gun oil. What makes it so valuable that these players are missing?
Oh, I mean, Well, first of all,
yeah.
it smoothens out your weapon. The ability to shoot straight is the most important, and you will not lose your life if you hit your shots. I'll tell you that much right there. It's a secret. I don't want to spill all of the top-notch, top player secrets here on the live stream right now, but I'll just tell you. You need to stack your inventory with gun oil if you haven't already. At least one in the backpack on every raid will lead to a successful outcome.
You still don't have any ammo?
No.
All right, you heard it here first.
That's the secrets.
No,
Okay.
Community
knows
knows
the tips and tricks.
There you go.
All right, folks, take a look at the bottom of our screen here. We're going to still pay attention to some of our streamers' POVs because they are trying to get out of their maps ASAP. Right, We've got our big yellow bar that is actually moving fairly quick from what I can tell. That is the remaining time for these teams to submit an offer. They can put up one single dollar of their total assets in DMZ Cash. They could put up 3 million. They could put up 10 million. You could put up whatever you want.
Assuming I was in this event and extracted with 10 million myself, right now I'm probably throwing at least 2 or 3 million at this. I have a feeling a lot of these players are in game right now, and despite this being a 5-minute window, that yellow bar is kind of stressing me out. It looks like it's moving a lot quicker. I think we might have at least half of the teams not throwing an offer here for round 1.
You should loot everything.
Yeah, if they're not careful, I totally agree. That is the big question mark. Is you gonna throw 10 million down to try to earn some cash now, or are you gonna save it for later? Again, we have an overall leaderboard of total assets gained throughout the course of this entire event that has some pricing associated with it. But that round 2, that round 3 pricing is even more than our overall. And so because of that, round 3 in particular, it's like $20,000 just for round 3, the exact same flow that we just did here. So the key here is that if you decide to throw down a ton of your DMZ cash you've earned in this round, you won't be able to use any of that for round 2 or 3. So there's a trade-off on how much you want to put down. And our pricing is the lowest for round 1.
I'm just gonna back
yeah,
that
absolutely.
No,
and I do want to just call out, we are getting note from production that in game 4, T-Dog's team, T-Dog, Little B, and Zach Wall extracted with $29.6 million in a single match.
Bayou Metal.
Serpent Island, holy cow.
On Serpent Island, that's a challenge that I try to do with my teammates when I play. That is an impressive feat. Little B himself extracting with 15 million in loot. I hate to give this man props on live stream because it goes straight to his head, but that is a good match. I'll just say it that way. That is a good raid. Curious if it had any ultras or if it was just strictly pure mythic gear, just slaying out the lobby. But that is an insane run that honestly might be better than half the team's grand total after this.
Yeah, that is a really good breakdown. I had a feeling our leaderboards were a little delayed. Maybe it's honestly, look, we've done enough of these types of tournaments in the past to know. I think our creators may be slow to submitting their overall score lines for reasons. I mean, some of our other teams, if they're able to see like the top 5, for instance, and see how far behind they are or how ahead they are, and they change up their strategies. So the teams are playing really, really slow.
All right, so you know how we had that plan for
in terms of putting up their overall offers or their current score. Take a look at that timer. We are past the halfway point, which means we're around probably 2 minutes right now before that yellow bar goes empty, and these teams cannot put up an offer for round 1.
Yeah, wait, I'm just gonna let him kill me.
This is a very interesting strategy I'm seeing here from Nade Shot and Winsanity. They decided to ride the train on their backs.
No, I had to. It was physically impossible.
I'd spoken about it earlier. Winsanity can't seem to get away from this train. It's his favorite spot on the map.
No, our safe pocket.
And unfortunately, no. This is the reason why you need to stay conscious of the timer, not only of your offer in this tournament, but your in-game time, because if you let that extract timer hit 0, this is the result. Extraction failed, and all of your items are going to be lost.
Died again? Why did that extract close? I marked one that was open, we ran towards it, and all of a sudden it's like not there.
Now, I can't lie. I'm very disappointed in Vague here. He had messaged me night and day, 3 a.m. I'm getting phone calls from him. I'm getting text messages him. He's asking for strategies, and he's grinding out the game with me on live stream every day.
Oh, and here
for the last week, he's been putting in the hours. I was praising him. I put him in my top 3. Why is he not communicating that the final extract is about to take off? Why is he dying? Why is his team dying? I'm putting that one on Vague.
Dying to radiation, man. That is brutal. They were already arguing about that. Hopefully the vibes
He was
remain
getting
high.
like $8 million in raids when I was playing with him. He was stealing all my loot, granted, but he looked comfortable. He looked like he knew what he was doing. I took one of my trainees off the leash. You know, sometimes they're not worth being the master. You know, the student hasn't learned enough yet. Maybe that's on me. Maybe I'm a bad teacher.
I don't know, man.
The stream chat below. Is it Vague's fault or am I just a bad teacher?
Well, speaking of a bad teacher, I hope these boys have submitted an offer. We tried to teach them how to do it. We are running out of daylight, and by running out, I mean we are out of time, Bobby Plays. I hope you put in an offer in time, even though you're in game, because my
Not
goodness.
possible.
I don't know.
Unless that was like a buzzer beater because of our delay. I think they are going to have a grand total of $0 offered up here in round 1. Very curious to see what those are going to look like.
Yeah, maybe that was intentional, right? And maybe that was their plan. It's like, hey, we're doing pretty well in the overall. We don't want to spend any of our DMZ cash in round 1, and therefore we're going to hang on to it. And if anything, therefore is, hey, we got an extra 5 minutes to try to finish up a game here in round 1.
Yeah, it very well could have been that. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't mind that. They don't hate it. Maybe they're going for round 2. Personally, again, I think, you know, depending on what the leaderboards are going to look like here once we get that final number, a lot of the teams are going to see Teague Dog's team way up there and start to decide what the strategy is going to be. And Aerith going down there to a Juggernaut.
For the minigun guy. Oh, I died to the.
I'm coming. Talk to me.
Not be. You got to put some respect on its name and the players that are playing it. These NPCs, the environmental threats, let alone the players, they're deadly.
And the minigun guy shot me in the back.
Heard that.
Yeah.
Speaking about Wilson taking down the map, that's everyone's favorite environmental threat. Wilson, let's get some W Wilson in the chat. Let's see if he's going for the squad wipe with his teammate, the Juggernaut here.
Yeah.
And if Isaac is not careful enough, Wilson is about to put a nice bullet into his back.
Yeah, Wilson
able to take down the Juggernaut.
Yeah, Wilson is surprisingly deadly and very tanky, but our offers are in, so we got to take a look at offers for round 1. Again, we've got $5,000 up for our very first round of the day. Again, it felt like a warm-up, but some of these teams, it's less of a warm-up for them, maybe, Noah, and it's more preparing for what is to come with rounds 2 and round 3, where the prize pool exponentially increases in a very big way. So I'll be very curious to take a look here whenever production's ready of which teams submitted an offer and which teams did not. Our top 3 offers will walk away with a little bit of some real cash money today. Now, taking a look here, some of our teams have elected to give some away and some of our teams have elected to keep it. Now, looking at these numbers, the yellow number, that is their offer. So yes, several of these teams have decided to not put up an offer at all here, Noah. The number in the blue is apparently the total that they could have offered after round 1. Any big standouts here for you?
Well, I mean, we got to point out the obvious that Team Noah J said, you know what? We are throwing every single dollar we earned into the round 1 prize. And I'm not surprised that we saw that. I thought at least one team would do that. I didn't think it would be $20 million worth. One team that was, you know, honestly in a really good position to win rounds 2 and 3. We got Little B, Zach Wilder, and T-Dog throwing in 5 mil, tied with Symphony. So this is going to be your round 1 breakdown. Again, with a $20 million offer. It was without a doubt going to Team J, Noah J, with a $3,000. So not a bad round 1 for them. I'm curious to see how this is going to affect the rest of their game.
Yeah, a really good shout out. And I think, honestly, the big winners here, I love, by the way, that I think you had mentioned it, but just to further hone in on it, T-Dog Smitty, this roster, we've been kind of hyping up for a while. They had, I think, the best and the most total loot that they picked up in the first hour. They lose out on $1,000 real money because a team outbid them by $1 single dollar. All right, that is crazy there in our redemption round. Here is the overall redeemable cash now looking forward. So yes, you can see Team Noah J, they put up the most money during our redemption round, and therefore it was all of their money. They're at 0 going into round 2, and this is the current redeemable cash for round 2 before we get into the games for round 2, with Team T-Dog Smitty still at the top even after winning a bit of cash in round 1. So it feels like, Noah, as we move over into round 2 pricing, that I think a couple of the strategies we talked about on broadcast were right. Some teams that maybe felt like they were nearer to the bottom tried to wholesale. Only one team actually wholesaled. And then the team that was at the top said, let's just put some up and earn some cash and still be at the top of our overall.
Yeah, of course. I'm not going to be surprised here if moving into round 2, we see a bit more strategies into the offering as far as just coming up with weird numbers because of what you just said there. $5 million and one. $5 million and $1.
Yeah,
and that's going to get you a nice significant pay bump. I wouldn't even have thought about that. I can't lie. That was a smart strategy to whoever said, hey, let's throw in $1 just because this is a whole number. A lot of teams might throw in 5 million. So let's just give ourselves that extra, little cushion.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, you already talked about it, Noah. I want you to take it away again because some of our folks at home hopefully have been watching for at least an hour at this point that we've been live. Tell the folks at home how they can earn all of these amazing rewards.
Yeah, of course, if you are watching inside of the Call of Duty mobile app, these are going to be rewards that you have earned so far. If you've been watching at the different time periods, if you've been in there since the beginning, been here since the beginning, you're already going to be an hour mark, which is going to secure you $600,000 of DMZ Cash, 1,000 credits, and 2 standard vouchers inside of DMZ. Now, of course, if you stay tuned for 2 hours in total of the broadcast, you're going to be also receiving a strong box at the hour and 15-minute mark. Hour and 30 minutes is going to get you $800,000 of DMZ, and an hour 45 will be getting you those super valuable Kurahana key cards. 2 hours will get you this exclusive operator skin from DMZ Recon.
Amazing stuff. Well, it's time to move into round 2, and like we saw there with our prize pool for round 2, things are exponentially increasing. We have moved up to $10,000 in total for round 2, but it's going to operate the exact same way that round 1 operated, except on a different map. We're headed to our weekend map. It's time to head to Build 21. Talk to me about this map, Noah. I see you run it often. A lot more fast-paced, a lot of fights.
There should be a floor above.
Yeah, this is going to separate the boys from the men, as they say, metaphorically. This location right here, the staircase, is where you're going to see the majority of action. Bring plenty of grenades for this exact reason. Super chaotic.
Back up.
And you'll see a lot more of that right there. Some red armor from your opponents. This is... How would I describe it? Because this is the competitive map. This is just super close range action.
Okay.
Close, tight spawn points, deadly opponents. I mean, it's pretty much all you'd expect from a Call of Duty game. It's just high action, non-stop chaos. Because it is so close quarters, you will see a lot of those teams, as I said before, opting to run mythic armor just because you are going to be taking fight after fight after fight. But there is one key factor that's different from Serpent Island on this map, and that is because of how close quarters it is, teams do typically go through all of their fighting within the first 5 to 6 minutes, and after that, you are just free to loot up the entire map on your own. Now, with that being said, you're not going to have too much time because the amount of time that you can stay in this map is going to be half of Serpent Island. So much more fast-paced. Said it before, said it again. Quick map, lots of loot to be had. It's going to be fun to watch, especially some of these teams that were looking a little uncomfortable on Serpent Island. Welcome to Building 21.
No, he has a
welcome to Building 21, Bobby.
That's
Shotguns
exactly
are
right.
going to be a big factor on this map, especially. That's another thing, and my stream chat will make fun of me. I hope everyone's doing the point and laugh emote on Bobby's stream right now. The HSO shotgun taking down Zealander as well. Surprised not to see any of our players rocking it so far in this first round. That is going to be the deadliest weapon, and a full squad wipe coming in from this player rocking the HSO. This has the capability of one-shotting mythic armor, by the way.
Ridiculous. And secondly, we're already seeing teams fail extractions. This is where the rubber meets the road. No, again, I called the first round a warm-up, even though it's not for this very reason. Winsanity getting a little mixy on Wilson. I don't know.
Wilson. Yeah, this is, you gotta run the other way, buddy. I don't know. This is not a safe move. I'm surprised he didn't just get blasted there by Wilson. Wilson's going to track him down. Just wait. In 2 seconds, he's going to get shot again.
I love it though. But yeah, I will be curious as how many folks do not extract over and over and over again. Because again, you got to keep bringing in the gear to be able to play the next round. I mean, there's a chance people go down in redeemable cash here in round 2. If they can't figure it out.
Of taking in that mythic armor yourself, each raid is going to be an investment of about $4 million from your equipment alone, let alone your weapons.
You just got the first one?
Yeah.
Stairs case right here.
So a couple of deaths will set you back almost the entirety of your Serpent Island hour there. I don't know, it could be rough.
Oh wait, is that a door?
Looks like Winsanity's team is electing to go for looting up.
Yeah, look around, see what you can pick up and what.
As of right now,
As well, so just open your
Stuff's
minimap.
already been looted up here.
not sure if they wiped the whole lobby yet.
Win already got.
Our first seen Ultra on the broadcast. Watching Winsanity pull the LST final.
I got an Ultra, yeah.
But he's under pressure.
No way. Wait, I'm coming. There's no way.
Get it in your safe?
I know it's still in the.
Again, I don't know who we blame here. If we blame Win, Nade, or Vague, who's trying to run through a closed door.
Wait, we might be back in it. Wait, we're actually back in it. Good job.
Yeah.
You know what? If this wasn't a competition where your teammates are valuable, if I'm Vague, I'm gonna just slowly and quietly let Win bleed out and grab that Ultra item for myself.
Sorry.
Yeah, if this wasn't a team-based competition where you need your teammates to execute the gameplay.
They're kind of valuable. They're kind of valuable here.
I love it.
When you get up, throw nades in the doorway. Throw nades in the doorway and back up the door.
He keeps knocking me the moment I get rest. He keeps knocking me. I couldn't do it.
I do love seeing some of these multiplayer Call of Duty players hopping into DMZ and just kind of being humbled a little bit. Maybe they weren't taking it as seriously, not putting in as many reps as they should have. It's really nice to see. I try to tell them, like, guys, this is going to be intense.
Open the door! Oh my god.
Oh man, they're stuck at their spawn right now. Ooh, Aert though with some really nice shots, able to take down a player through the smoke and a second pushing with mythic armor.
Hitting that?
I think she heard you talking trash.
She must have. She said, hold up, watch this.
No, one is still on the left side there. One's on the
There's a reason I got second place to you in this competition.
He's still on the left.
For reference, last competition I played against her, I beat her.
I'm pushing.
I can't see anything.
Just a little reminder.
You went this door?
No. Oh, he's close.
Peeking corners. Well, no.
Got him.
Gets traded out. Aert down. They should be able to clean that up together as a team.
20.
A perfect pinch happening, but it doesn't look like it's going to be necessary. Thesaurus able to take down the threat on his own.
Resing?
I got one of them. I shot one of them.
Good job. I'm resing.
You can bait him out. Oh, by the.
All right, we swing it over to Dab, Cisco, Methods. They've got the radiation suit on. So talk to me a little bit about the mission on this map and getting this suit and everything you need to do on this map to succeed in kind of the late game, if you will, quote unquote.
Yeah, of course. So as I had mentioned before, Serpent Island had its exclusive contract and it has a little crown next to it. Same goes for Building 21. Now it's going to be a bit harder to locate just due to the fact that Building 21 doesn't actually have an available map. As you can see in the top right corner there, signal lost. So that's one of the more tricky things about learning this map here. But, you know, personal shout out, I do have a nice Building 21 guide on my YouTube channel. If you go to the third level to the core central lab, you're able to find that contract that's exclusive to Building 21. You pick it up, you hack a terminal, you open up the doors, and you are able to loot 3 different hazmat suits before planting a bomb into some T3 explosives. Once that bomb goes off, the entire map, regardless of the time left in the game, will look just like this. A toxic Nova gas will spread throughout the entire map, and the team that's wearing the hazmat suits, they do have an advantage in the fact that they're not going to be taking any damage to this constant Nova gas. They'll just tick away at every other player's HP. But there is a downside. You will then be broadcasted on the map to the entire lobby. So if a player decide to pull up this map right now, although it's a little blacked out, will show the location of these players wearing the hazmat suit. So it is an advantage, but like anything inside of DMZ, there's going to be some type of side consequence.
I love it. Great breakdown yet again from you, Mr. Noah. I'm getting word from production while this squad is looting up, and there's a look at that mini map, by the way, or the main map rather. Mini map is grayed out. It looks like Stone Mountain's crew is
for those you guys who are just tuning in.
And they can't afford to go to Building 21, Noah.
Round 2
oh my god, when you were pointing this out, I was like, what? So they're just playing the wrong map? No, because they are so broke, they can't afford to play on the hard difficulty, and Building 21 is exclusive to the hard difficulty. So they are now going to be forced to hop into Serpent Island on normal to hopefully earn enough money to grab some purple items and hop right back into Building 21. This is going to be a major setback.
We lost a ton of money.
There are a lot of hostiles in this area.
Yeah, you heard him say they're very lost a ton of money. And it is something that I can't imagine this is the only roster that will end up having to do this, because there is a substantial score difference in total DMZ cash from some of our teams versus others. So some of these squads have an opportunity to, you know, lose a couple rounds, drop a lot of the loot they're bringing in, kind of over and over again, and still be able to keep queuing for hard here at Building 21. But some of these teams certainly can't afford more than 3, 4, maybe 5 raids before they extract and get some of this very valuable loot out.
Okay.
And then you walk down the things that are called steps. And then and then when you're at the bottom of them, because there'll be no more to go down, then you know you're at the bottom. And then you run all the way across the parking garage to me.
Okay. I mean,
in the corners, like
couldn't get many much more simple than that.
But he did explain it pretty well. Go down the stairs and you're here. That's how you get to the bottom level.
Wait.
That's crazy. Uh-oh.
Some chaos developing for one of our top teams here.
So weak.
This is a tough location to be fighting in. This is what I call the courtyard. A juggernaut spawns here soon. It was announced in Season 2 we will have a new boss located on Building 21 there in the courtyard. But as of now, tons of NPCs, tons of real opponents around the perimeter. That is a tough spot to be if you're not holding it properly and carefully.
I need your help. I'm on bots. I'm getting destroyed.
Okay, it's fine.
Luckily, Slayer here is able to put the team on his back temporarily, wiping a squad with mythic armor. Let's even get the revive out with the smoke grenade that should safely protect him from the NPCs.
That was a shotgun.
It's fine. We jump back in.
And Team Kelly is going to be going down. Oh, was that 38 seconds into the match?
Good grief.
But this staircase guy himself.
I may have undersold how tight these spawn points are on Building 21. I told you, it's close range. It is so extremely close range.
They have like
not taking
chaos.
the backpack, correct?
Nah, don't take the backpacks.
And a lot of radiation pills there just in case.
In your armor, like in your backpack. But don't take the backpacks.
There's another guy on me. This way.
Those guys. Wait, you solo.
I think these guys are below. Yep. Doors open. All right, you here to push with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Bobby's doing a good job of peeking corners, man. He's got good
Yeah, I think once he had gotten blasted by that shotgun, he took notes. He was like, okay, maybe I take this a little more serious.
He's leaning forward a little bit. Nice pick up there.
I'm gonna get him.
I'm sure his tongue is out too whenever he concentrates. That's his signature Bobby look.
I don't think they had much, but they had red guns.
Curious what type of gear we're looted up to here. Bobby's rocking an epic Ram 7 and now the HSO after getting pumped by it.
Full team, bro. Are you serious? Oh, I ran out of bullets. There's no way. All right.
Is this little B on his back?
Yeah.
We leave.
Dang it. Last alive. They're getting out of here. See you later.
Dang it, man. Oh, dude.
Everybody's gonna fail in extraction on Building 21, and Bobby Plays has gone to the dark side, shotgun in hand.
Oh. Hustling. I despise him for doing this. I make it a point in my stream. I'm not using this weapon. Not just because of my skill issue, which I secretly hide by that whole, you know, point.
They've got
but,
a teammate somewhere.
Dude, it's so good. Like I said, it can one-shot any armor in the game.
Yeah. I think
Listen, Bobby's in a $50,000 tournament right now. You and I have the pleasure of just watching. You gotta take whatever advantage you can, man.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. But I can still call him dishonorable for using that overpowered weapon.
Yeah. No. He's downstairs now. I was wrong. We can go ahead and start the mission.
And here's that mission that I was speaking about earlier.
Holy! Nah, but you guys are carrying, bro. For sure. Like
oh, it does look like Slayer was able to grab his teammates as well. So Team Symphony back up, and at this point, most of the players that had spawned into the raid should be down. So it's just player versus environment from here on out, and they should be reaping the rewards of that, just looting the map alone.
Oh my!
Yo.
Another team wipe.
Wow.
It's gonna be a recurring theme here on Building 21.
Yeah, and they got put in a bit of a spin cycle there. I really do think they need to bump up some sensitivity there. I know they want to shoot straight,
Yeah, I said it before, and I say it a lot. Although you can play Call of Duty Mobile on a controller, and typically Call of Duty is a game you think, yeah, controller is the best way to play it. Here on mobile, I always give the advantage to the touch players. I just feel like the touch input controls are on par, if not better, than a mouse. So when players hop on a controller expecting to dominate, I think they're humbled pretty fast by the ability of mobile players here in 2026.
Yeah.
Ooh. Space loses a gunfight to somebody with a little bit of high ground.
Katie, can you go grab him?
See if Kaylee,
an ex-professional player, struggles against the high ground there in DMZ. That mythic armor, mythic weapon.
Yeah, super valuable.
Insane amount of throwables there. What the hell?
Yeah, they have a lot of smokes, bro. Yeah, I say we retreat. We're not gonna win a stair battle.
No, I'm up.
Alright.
They're probably gonna swing this.
Sounds like Ice actually got aggressive. Yeah, just pushed the stairs and they backed up. Maybe they have player advantage here.
Yeah, they're holding close left. They're literally holding
at the very least, I think there's some confidence there behind Ice's voice. I did see him tweet out that he was practicing his Building 21 solo squad skills.
They're
just
a couple of nades there though, and he felt it.
Yeah, looked out at two bodies on the.
Yeah.
Got you.
Nice. They'll be winning an engagement there, reaping the rewards. And this is where, you're going to see a difference in playstyle. Obviously, we've been talking about how aggressive it is here in Building 21, but, the other thing you called out earlier is that you're forced to play hard mode here, and everybody's bringing in high-value gear. So you're actually going to find a lot of your value in this round, in this hour, from the bodies you pick up off the ground. So it's definitely worth fighting as much as you can.
Scanning. Yeah, by the way, you guys keep
as long as your team's been able to win a couple of those.
Than Serpent Island, where we'd seen teams just kind of avoiding combat for the most part.
Should be good. Security lock is unlocked.
This map, well, one, there's no avoiding it, but two, it can be much more valuable and lucrative.
Yeah, get to the basement and then.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a series of unfortunate events. Cisco couldn't get through the doorway. You're not in our game. Like, what's going on here?
Running a duo right now, Cisco and Methods.
I'm curious to see how they play this out.
Somebody take the.
If they'll hit a quick elevator extract or just play out the whole thing.
I don't know why. It's a pretty good run so far. It looks like Bobby's on 4.3. I think Metal was pushing 3 mil. I expect Z to be on a decent bit. Okay, he's only on 1 mil, but still, it's not bad.
Lab coats and what do you call it? Hazmat suits. Those are the good ones.
Okay.
What is this?
Are we just in a bunch of gas right now?
I've been seeing a lot of chaos here on the map, and I haven't really just taken a moment to check out some of these teams' loot values. I see Bobby's got 4.5 million. I'm very curious to see what the best run was here on Building 21 so far, and if we're going to see a number higher than that near 30 million on Serpent.
That's less valuable.
I'm still.
Well, it might be possible. Yeah. Slayer alone there, 8.2. I saw he had an inventory full of mythic armors. And they still have the rest of the map here to loot now, so.
Oh, yeah, this is a great one. Symphony's on 3.5. Looks like Roast is on 4.8. Yeah. Sim is locked in, man. Obviously, he's playing controller here. But he's actually been picking up quite a bit of kills comparatively.
I think, you know, he might be the best controller player in this competition today.
Bro, I think I'm going to make it easy. Can you click?
I don't know what kind of fighting words dialed in. I know. I never thought I'd say it.
I agree.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm switching it. I'm good. Okay. I'm doing the bottom right thing. You got a better shot or
I have
what?
an idea how we can be faster. Whenever I have like a full backpack, I mean, I'll explain after. Make sure to
grab
take
one of these hazmat suits here.
Come here if you can. Take this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. It sounds like they're kind of discussing some strategy.
I'll take this one.
Slayer's gonna lay off strats for a second to make sure that they all get their hazmat suits on.
I'm gonna go first for the
radiation, but it sounds like maybe Slayer is saying like, hey, if I've got a full bag, it might be better for us to just all get out earlier rather than trying to back all 3 of us. And then just get into a new lobby because, I mean, they're winning gunfights, man. They're winning team fights. And mythic armor really, really adds up.
Yeah. No, of course, like I said, I mean, I talk about it in my streams all the time. There's a faction mission in this game that's very difficult to do to get $10 million solo extracted out, just your individual value. And a lot of players always ask me, you know, Noah, how can I do this mission? Because a lot of people want to complete their gauntlet to get that ultra insured slot so you can guarantee you keep ultras. I always say, guys, if you play Building 21, I promise you, if you wipe out one lobby, just one single lobby, and take all of their mythic armors, you can clean up the remaining like $2 or $3 million in loot easily with the saves, just because they carry so much value.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll make my way to you guys. Give me 1 second.
It's not like this roster actually had pretty solid total assets, redeemable cash value for a team that I felt like was a little bit less, a little understated during Serpent Island. So curious what they're able to kind of put together here on Building 21. They've got a decent one going right now, actually. We swing back over. It does look like Metalcore, Z-Liner, and Bobby Plays will get out via the elevator extract. So
no, we made good time.
Doing good. That roster obviously very comfortable.
Nice. Yeah, it is nice to see a successful extract here on Building 21. I think at this point we've seen more death than successful raids.
Solid Miller too.
Yeah, that's right. Well, looks like we'll call this the fan favorite roster. Stone Mountain, Dazzy, and Bella Fox. Fan favorites, unfortunately, having a little bit of a tough time.
We just split then?
Yeah, I mean, I'm at 807 right now.
I'm going to chill at the exfil then.
Well, nearly $1 million for Stone Mountain. At least he'll be able to buy some epic gear to get into the game.
All right, I'm almost here. I'm about to loot this last place and then we can dip.
Sounds good.
How do I get this?
I mean, what is this? No.
It's really interesting again to see Dazzy doesn't have any plates here. Oh, but he does have 3 different gun oils. Okay, you know what? This is the fan favorite team now. This is the fan favorite team. I didn't even realize he was cultured like that.
Fan favorite. Here for a good time. I'm loving it. Swing back to Space, though. They've been in some really tough engagements. This one, though, looks easy. Space lining them up, knocking them down. 1 down. Looking for the second.
Too, so take your,
playing with the team quite well. Kaylee right on his back, looking for a cleanup.
Nope, that's you guys.
Pretty weak inside the Nova Gas, but they're going to keep pushing on their merry way.
Play it well, man.
Bro. Honestly, I don't know, bro. We should go.
I'm curious to see the breakdown here on this one. We're thinking this is going to be about a 20 million extract again from Team Symphony.
How much do you think people are going to offer for round 2? Like, how much do you think? Like,
bro,
20 mil? 30 mil?
This is a good listen in here. I'm curious to hear what they say.
Bro, I would go full in for round 2, honestly. Let's go again, guys. I need your money straight. Tell me top round.
Oh. So I don't know if we caught it there at the end just because I was yapping, but it sounded like they said, I want to go fully in on round 2.
Yeah, I heard that too. They can afford it. They're pretty far up the leaderboard as well.
It's gonna get dropped.
I mean, they go full in on round 2. Our top pricing, it's $10,000 in total in our overall prize pool of 50K here in round 2. 6,000 for the trio.
I got you.
We gotta go pick up a hazmat suit
I mean,
over
it's not a bad
You
payday.
need to open it though, yeah.
Oh no,
It's
I
already
wouldn't
open,
be
it's
mad
already
about that at all.
All right.
I don't know where the other guy went. I think he might have just taken the case and dipped. No, he didn't.
Downstairs, yeah.
He didn't take the crate though.
I mentioned that earlier. The Quiji crate is a strategy it seems like a lot of players are going to be utilizing. And I don't know if I had mentioned that last time I was talking about the mission here, exclusive to Building 21, but that is another one of the big benefits of doing this mission is you are able to secure a Quiji crate here on this map without fighting the Quiji boss.
No, we're just trying to not let these guys.
Oh, they're here. They're nading. Back up. Yep.
Another big fight on main for Bobby Plays. Just got back into a new round here on Building 21.
As we're approaching the halfway mark, or I guess more than halfway here in our Building 21 session.
Yep.
Once again, the last 5 minutes here left in the timer. That will be our offering period. Now, what do you think? We're going to see like 9 to 10 offers here for round 2?
Oh my god.
What do you think the number's going to be there as Bobby goes down?
Yeah. I think just about everybody's going to put up.
Yep.
I think probably 8 teams put up like a sizable offer. I'd say maybe 2 don't.
Yep.
Or the 2 that, the 2 that don't, maybe they just put up something really small just in case. But I think we have most teams throw something down here to make sure that they earn some cash in our prize pool, because round 3 is going to be for what I'll call the big dogs. round 3 has the largest prize pool.
Yeah.
People are going to go all in on it. So it's really going to come down to who has actually earned the most through all 3 rounds that have that redeemable cash left. So I think round 2 is where some folks are going to try to make their money.
No, I agree completely.
You don't have to.
I think this is the community pot, and moving forward into round 3, we'll see those guys saving up the hundreds of millions of dollars, really just throwing everything they've got at it. Bobby able to get a trade there with Metal's help.
If you can smoke me, that'd be great.
I got you. Yep.
This team is putting a lot of pressure on them, pushing them with full mythic gear. Looks like Metal was able to do a good job there at distracting and holding them back with the smoke and some pre-fire, while Z picking up Bobby with the revive.
They closed the door.
Yeah, they did.
Cap.
Took the nade in there.
This is going to be a deciding factor, I believe, for Team Z to see if they can fight for that top 3 position.
Oh no, that's yeah.
Especially after going down a couple of times here on Building 21.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Push through. I think this guy may have had good armor.
Oh, they're
They're
here.
here.
I got a thirst on one.
Okay.
He had a pistol out. Careful.
They're about to push.
He's pushing in.
Red armor.
Oh, hey, he bailed out.
Okay.
Solid hip fires.
Careful.
And these team fights, these are reminiscent to Call of Duty mobile multiplayer.
I'm backing up.
The comms right now are flying.
What the? I'm stuck.
Yeah, I think DMZ's combat, the PvP aspect of it, definitely is a nice resemblance of multiplayer PvP tied in with some elements of BR. I think they did such a good job of mixing both of the worlds together and just providing such an interesting, unique experience. And I personally, I do find the combat in DMZ to be much more satisfying because of those different armor aspects. It gives you a little bit more wiggle room with the time to kill to outmaneuver, outplay, outposition yourself against your opponents, and most importantly, outshoot them. You know, if you get shot first, that doesn't always mean you're going to lose your gunfight here in DMZ.
Yep. Well, especially with some of your, classes that you choose. I mean, you talked about it a lot in some of your videos. Some of the players have already been talking about Scavenger, etc. But even like Rewind could be a huge outplay potential in some of these maps, especially on this map.
Yeah, we hadn't really talked about that too much just because we got straight into the competition, but the 3 classes that are currently available in DMZ all are so drastically different. You've got Scavenger, which obviously will help you loot, and seems like it's the fan favorite here from everyone playing right now, because not only can you loot faster, see some items that have been looted through walls, you're also able to use that scan dart and see enemies through walls and on Serpent Island, put them on your mini map. I personally love using the assault loadout, which is going to give you the rewind ability you were just talking about. I think that is the best for combat. Not only do you have the rewind ability, but one of the side benefits, or a couple of them I should say, is plating faster, healing faster after a kill. And my personal favorite, what you just saw right there from Metal, when he shoots a player, it shows how much HP they have and their name tag above them, which can come into be very, very handy inside of smoke gunfights. You can throw a smoke down, and if you get a hit marker on your opponent, boom, their name pops up right above them. It just makes it a lot easier to predict where they're going and pre-fire and shoot through those smokes. Unfortunately, though, it's not going to help them out here in this situation, as Team Zealander is going down for what I believe might be the third time here on Building 21. It's been very rough for them.
Yeah. Well, take a look in the left here. This is our redeemable cash. So again, you saw Team Noah J. Their redeemable cash starting round 2, by the way, was 0. So they're at 12.8 mil already from just this round. This is redeemable cash, okay? So if you see the redeemable cash leaderboard, that is minus any offers that have been accepted. Team Noah J went all in round 1. So obviously they know, well, they're doing something right. I'll just say it that way.
There we go.
Zealander squad, who just went down there, 19 mil in redeemable cash. Team T-Dog Smitty, though, still at the top of the leaderboard. Again, I can't believe I'm saying that. T-Dog, you're about to potentially win some cash in a tournament, man. This is big for you. Lil B is crushing it.
Wait, what?
Oh, man. A little beef there? What's going on with that? Too many times casting him and being disappointed?
What's the path?
Yeah, that's right. Listen, there's a lot of lore behind T-Dog Smitty. I won't get into it all right now, but let's just say the man's played some tournaments and is still looking for some wins, you know? So this could be his first.
So if we see a T-Dog win here, he's going to be updating his Twitter profile, his X profile here, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, get ready. He's going to be dropping tweets on the timeline big time.
$50,000 DMZ Recon Invitational World Champion.
We'll see. I think technically, by the way, our crown champion is going to be the team that earns the most money out of our prize pool. As you see, Bella Fox actually in a pretty big engagement right here on main. So pay attention to all of our leaderboards from round 1, round 2, round 3, and then our overall to see who earns the most cash. But roster on your screen right now, rather, is trying to earn some DMZ cash right now, and they are in a blender. Some tough fights here.
Looks like 3 teams, including them, were there at that spawn point. So again, 44-second match, not able to survive a minute, and you're down millions of dollars from your gear. Brutal.
That's a tough one.
I'm getting the itch here to hop on Building 21 and solo squads right now watching this. I can't lie.
I'm just going to the icon on the screen.
This map only being available for the weekend, man. Every time I see it and see gameplay on it, it just makes me want to grind.
Yeah. Well, it's just high risk, high reward, right? And if you're somebody like yourself who's played a ton and feels very comfortable solo squatting, you can get so much value on this map and very quickly. So kind of checks all the boxes for what a good player wants to see.
Box in here?
Of course.
Elevator rise in 5
Cleaning
seconds.
things up. Team Iceman Isaac. I think they're about middle of the pack right now, which is pretty solid for them. I swear, Iceman, this dude can do it all. Every input, every version of Call of Duty you could think of. Competed and won money in it, so.
Yeah, I said it before. I do think among the PC creators, he is the best on touch input. He seems to have the most experience and he's the most comfortable, and I think it's showing right now. Their team, I don't think has had any standout performances, but they've just been very consistent. We've seen like 1 or 2 players get knocked, but they still seem to always find their way back up and go to the extraction point safely.
I guess the ranking that matters is the overall one, if you don't count like a prize pool one.
And I think the same can go here for Symphony's team. It seems like regardless of the scenario, we tune into them. It's just like, wow, Symphony, you have 5.4 million on your own. They've just been
they're crushing it.
Able to continue to fight through any threat in their way and come out on top.
The room I marked is a PC.
Yeah, Sim obviously running controller, but doesn't seem to be hindering their progress at all. Feeling very comfortable in team fights, and then also able to move in and out of matches very quickly. So, like you mentioned at the top of the show, Noah, you can play Call of Duty Mobile and DMZ Recon with a modicum of different ways to control your character, and controller is one of those.
Of course, of course.
I'm scared.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit down here and wait for
I'm
you,
scared. That's a perfect sentiment of how this map is.
looking for this bathroom, and I look like
For
an
the
idiot.
bathroom? I got you. I'm coming down right now.
Honestly, screw the bathroom. Can you tell him where the armor is? I'll go get the bathroom. Tell him where the armor is. You know where the armor is? It's the red staircase. So tell him, pick up the armor. I'll go pick up the back. Yeah, I'll go pick it up.
Okay. It's a legendary armor, yeah. The one I'm talking about. T-Dog, can you come?
Well, it looks like Little B felt confident enough in his teammates to work on one of those split strategies here. So currently, the reason the map is getting gas is because he's on the 3rd floor completing that contract, while Zach and T-Dog are here on the basement floor just killing some NPCs, and from what I hear, attempting to loot the bathroom. That is what you would call one of the fan favorite spots. There's no saves, nothing in there. There's just 4 toilets, and I don't know what they did to the toilets on this map, but those always seem to have at least one mythic item, and occasionally even an ultra.
One more time.
No, you're good.
I love it, man. We'll be griefing his team while they're trying to figure out where the heck to go.
In the beginning here.
Griefing in a good way, I suppose, because he is earning some solid loot. We'll see if they pick up anything out of the bathroom. Let's swing over to the Noah J's team. Now, let's talk a little bit about this roster. They've kind of been flying under our radar, but they're technically the most earned team in this competition thus far, because they all end in round 1
in the basement. They could
with what, 20 million I think they offered up in our redemption period, and so
yeah, that's crazy.
They've already earned a couple thousand apiece and are slowly but surely creeping up this leaderboard as well for round 2.
Yeah, not a bad payday, and like you said, they definitely are a team that's been flying under the radar here. We haven't seen them too much. I'd imagine they've just been very consistent. It doesn't seem like they're taking too many risky engagements. It doesn't look like JHC as their residential COD M player is, forcing them into engagements. And I think that kind of resembles his playing style whenever he's streaming on his own. He's very tactical. He doesn't force anything that doesn't need to be forced. If someone comes after him, he's gonna shoot back, of course, but he doesn't really go out of his way for combat. So surprisingly enough, it seems like that is a strategy that's working for him right now. And despite them throwing that huge offer in round 1, they still earned $20 million, which was within, I want to say, the top 3 of overall cash, correct?
Yeah.
Someone get this.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
all over.
So they're doing things right for sure. We'll see where they can kind of land after round 2.
If it's not,
And maybe their strategy is let's go all in round 1, maybe not offer anything up in round 2, and then go all in again in round 3 and hope that we're a top 3 team in that category. But only time will tell.
Could be.
All the teams with some slightly different strategies.
I know that sound, bro.
I just feel like that would be such a risky
just show
one,
him the
knowing how much
if
money
you
is
can
at
see
stake
him,
in
just tell
round
him
3
the
and just
marker I
knowing
was talking about, the
everyone's
friendly
wanting
marker.
that. Everyone's going to be greedy for it.
Not the friendly marker. It goes back to somebody else. It's fine though, because we can still pick that up and sell it. Yeah, next one, first place gets 6,000, which is 2,000 per person, but now we want to get the 12,000 one, so we're going to go all in for that one.
Okay. Roger that.
Well, there we go. That's one team going all in for it. Curious what their total loot value is, as Zach Wilder, I see while we're sitting on him, extracted with an Ultra Jade Horse.
I told you guys, go to your aware.
Nice.
That's something you do not want to see.
Just from him.
Yeah, you don't want to see the top team in the event if you're someone else extracting ultras. Dangerous sight.
I knocked one inside.
Security lock is being disengaged. Estimated 60 seconds.
What the heck just happened? I just lagged.
My nade.
Oh, he's on me.
Where's the scale of this?
Ooh, Earth getting cracked there in the back by the Juggernaut.
Do you know?
I don't
He's
know.
outside.
Able to throw smoke there and evade.
Oh my god, why am I like...
Reloading, cover me.
Oh, hell no.
Bro.
I'm lagging off.
Shots on that. Ooh. Well placed nade by Rando. Oh no.
And it looks like Kaylee's not only walking into it, but they've got Wilson to worry about in that small room as well. Just ultimate chaos. Kaylee's reaction, I think, just shows
What actually?
everything about what just happened there.
Okay, there we go. What? I can't get out of this room, bro.
Changing mag.
Security lock.
Alright, let's go upstairs.
Yep.
Yeah, what a wild way to kick off that map for Space & Co. That was a little nutty to start things off,
Just
but
go around.
swing back to Ice and Thesaurus and Aerith, and they've cleaned everything up on the bottom floor looking for second, and there's Wilson as well.
Wilson is on the right. Wilson is on the right side.
Yeah.
I am very curious to see the leaderboards once this round is complete to see how many teams not only went up, but how many teams went down in overall value. Because it seems like Building 21 has not been very friendly.
Yeah, I think our leaderboard is going to be a lot more top heavy than it was maybe at the end of our first round. It was a little top heavy, maybe not as much as I thought it would be during Serpent Island, but here in Building 21 definitely changes. And then, you know, the big note going into our last round too, not to jump the gun too much, but the last round teams get to pick which map they want to play. So I would expect a lot of the teams to stay on this map, but maybe if you were doing really well on Serpent Island, you felt like you could get some really solid raids there, and then maybe you prefer less chaos, less risk of not getting out with anything. Could see a couple teams.
Looking at this on paper, I would have assumed that in round 3, every single team was going to want to pick Building 21. But after seeing, unfortunately, Team Kaylee's situations in this map, I think they might want to stay away from it. They might go back to Serpent Island here, despite the potential rewards here in these saves.
We're going all in on this one.
Solid pulls there from Nice Man Isaac. He's at 1.6,
Oh,
it looks like.
And we're hearing comms from Aerith saying that they plan on going all in on this round, so looks like they're not even going to be competing for round 3. They want the round 2 prize.
3. One is up on the left side of the door. Push through.
Cover me.
Shots. Aerith able to clean one up. They have no idea she's on the back side here. Oh, there's the third.
Super low.
Now Aerith's going down. That leaves Isaac in a 1v1 situation against Mythic Armor. Can he clean up?
Oh no.
Unfortunately, going down.
Oh, I needed pings.
And as a team that wants to go all in on round 2, that is going to be a huge deficit that they'll have to come back from. It looks like we have another team forced into Serpent Island normal here.
Oh my god, it's time.
Wow. Interesting.
4 gold.
I'm kind of surprised because I think this roster was doing quite well, actually. They must have not extracted on Building 21 basically at all. This is kind of that weird kind of use case that I was talking about last round, potentially.
All gold now.
I thought they were doing quite well.
These are big wins right here if we get them all.
But interesting.
Okay, wait.
We'll check back in with them later.
One of them's knocked.
When Sanity on your screen, nade shot in deep trouble. Vague is currently down.
Nah, it's good smoke. Good.
I'm on the way.
Yeah, good.
4 seconds.
Looks like the team is grouping together here. So Vig is going to be getting back up. See how they take this staircase fight.
Okay.
All down below.
We could be smart and not go for that mythic armor. We could just come back to them after you guys want.
Yeah, they're gonna die at some point.
I mythic armor. I'm down to bang, bro.
We either come out or they do.
Yeah.
Oh, I got knocked. What the fuck?
Hopefully they don't rush. I got you. Nade overlook.
What a nade up the stairs. This is probably going to be the signal flare for this team to push.
I'll risk it.
Footsteps coming.
Run away from them. Everyone just run.
Surprisingly, they just let them keep getting back up here. Another revive going through. And if you remember what I said, our first few seconds into Building 21, the staircase fights and grenades are going to be intense. That is what you need if you're playing this map. I always go full inventory of grenades, and I just run straight to a staircase to try to wipe a team.
Okay, they scanned us. They know where we're at. We got to run again. They know where
There's such difficult choke points to hold down and fight in. I'd rather just get rid of them as soon as I can and move on.
They have like 3 extra more plates than all of us.
Okay. They were going up to second floor, the floor above us.
So what we can do then? Oh wait, people in front of us. Got one.
Nice slide through. Fake picks up one, looking for the second. Around the corner.
Might be one down here.
Not sure where they went.
Yeah, that's player. Nice.
Dead.
Good knock.
Did you guys loot the other guy's body?
Now, someone who mainly runs the assault skill tree, it is very interesting to see what I believe is medic in play. Oh no, it is scavenger. Okay, so I haven't seen this build before, but Vague has footsteps from his opponents.
The only other team left is the guys above.
Whenever they're running around, so he can track. He's got basically tracker as a perk inside of DMZ right here. Again, as someone who I've put in multiple hours into the game, I've just deemed assault the package for me. It is very interesting to see this other perspective and see how that can help track down some opponents with the footsteps on the ground.
Right now for round 2 money.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I mean, assault feels like the right class if you're very, very, very competent. You know, especially like solo squads, for instance. I wonder if maybe the teams are running scavengers because of the basis of this tournament, right? With looting being as important as it is, but
yeah, I think it's got to be a combination of looting and just getting those pings on your radar. Huge, because it does seem like at least 80% of the players are rocking that scavenger build.
Play it up.
I'm trying to pay more attention here to see if we have any medical, and yeah, that is very, very clutch kill from Noah J, the PC creator, the team leader, coming in to clutch up.
Reloading.
Let's see if the whole squad can get back up here from this situation.
Shoot his toes. All right, got him down. The Chief on back into the mix. I am getting word, by the way, our window for round 2 opens in 5 minutes for our redemption round. So teams are going to be able to start putting in their offers for round 2. And we've heard from a lot of these teams that I would say maybe not the teams that are going to be at the top of the leaderboard, but the teams in the middle of the leaderboard are going to all in here on round 2. I can only assume. And Nadeshot's team unfortunately goes down yet again.
We cannot go now. It's not open yet.
Okay.
Oh my god. I don't know if you saw that, but Slayer is holding an ultra item as well. Is the Atlas key badge.
Well, close to us.
Symphony, heal up.
Yeah, he doesn't have too much else, only 3 million total.
Yeah, despite that nice pretty low inventory size.
Got like gas nades.
Oh, hey, 1 HP on that. 1 HP in there.
This is where the assault skill tree would really come in handy, being able to get one hit marker and see those players through the smoke. And once again, Aerith finds herself between 2 teams, one on the outside spawn point, one at the staircase. And now the tactical items are coming through. Nades everywhere, gunshots everywhere. Isaac's down to a grenade. It's down to Thesaurus PG, who is absolutely surrounded by both footsteps and gunfire.
When?
He didn't crack through his armor, but still managing to take down one.
No.
With that being said, he's got 5 more surrounding, and a player with Desperado from the assault loadout. The final stand, taking him down with the pistol. Another squad wipe.
That's crazy.
Extraction failed. Wow.
Papa PG was not happy about that one. Guys, not close out the pistol. Surprise.
I think we just go second floor, we extract.
You know, despite how long that's been in the game and how many players continue to use it, I am still always surprised when I'm getting shot at by a player who's down as well.
Yeah, it's a
that's so funny.
You never expect it. You're always frustrated when you die to it. But man, when you're on the other end getting that knock with the pistol, it is a great feeling. Because not only do you stay alive and you get a kill, but it also gives you a free cell revive. So if you run that assault package, have Desperado, and you're able to get that final kill, it allows you to not only revive yourself, but anyone else on your team as well. Fantastic.
That's huge value.
Again, that's why I'm shocked to see how popular Scavenger is here. Bobby, of course, opting to use the assault package.
We'll point you the right way.
Yep.
He's actually on a pretty solid run as well. 8 million.
Well, that's why he has an ultra in his inventory. This one is going to be one of the more valuable ones in the game. He's holding the cube, the $3 million cube.
Hustling.
I think outside of the crystal skull, that's going to be the one that you want to see the most.
Give me your amount of money so I can submit it. And
yeah, they're looking at, I mean, they're 10 million between 2 right now. So if Metal has anything, they've got a really solid run going. We are running out of daylight though. Looking at Metal, yeah, 2.7. So they've got like around closing in on 13 mil in total between the 3 of them. I will say we're running out of daylight here, about 3 minutes, and they know it. They're gonna get out, and I would expect them to go ahead and prepare to put their offer in because they'll be in game when this window opens and potentially still in game when the window closes. It's only a 5-minute window that you can put in your
me to give you tips and
DMZ
tricks
Cash
whenever
offer.
You're trying to buy all your stuff. You don't have to go to the black
Yeah,
market.
I wouldn't be surprised if this is the round that they just throw in every single dollar that they've earned.
Okay, so pre-battle. Yeah, that's what my chat was telling me too. I just couldn't find it. I didn't really want to waste any time trying to ask you guys. So, but yeah, I'll do that next time. So.
No, you come now. You see me on your map?
Yeah.
Yeah, come to the.
Okay, it looks like
to the small
Shifan is out of this one, but Noah J and JC still actually have a pretty decent raid going. Or
Yeah,
Mill, they're
able
gonna try to get
survive
out.
that chaos there, and JC equipped with the Queegee weapon case. Again, that'll be going to all 3 of them on extraction, so it could provide some extra value. Looks like I said, they just find a way to extract. They may lose a player here or there, and they're not having the most standout matches, but they just keep on trucking on, keep on moving.
Yeah, I mean, look, not to do more caster math, but
Yeah, we need to
if you do
submit our
one
new
$15 million raid and then you fail the 3 before that, you're only getting 15 mil. And if this squad's getting 8 3 rounds in a row, that's 24 mil. That's a really nice spread. So they're just way more consistent than a lot of our other teams.
We obviously.
And we'll ask her-
we just subtract what we.
That honestly was some incredible caster math. You said you'd do it later. That was great. But no, I agree. It's a great sentiment, great point. Slow and steady wins the race seems to be their motto right now. And right as of now, they're in first place, despite how much money they have to offer in this round.
Probably like 30 seconds.
That's right. Well, quick look here. One of our squads still having to go back to Serpent Island, but our window is open, by the way.
Definitely have open.
So you can see it down at the bottom of our screen as we swap perspectives. That yellow bar is our timer,
You could
folks.
definitely fill your bag just in this room with at least blues if you don't.
That is the timer to offer up whatever DMZ cash you'd like.
Purples, yeah.
Yeah, if you
It
got
could be a lot. It could be a little. It could be nothing if you really want to. $10,000 on the line for this round and this round alone. 20,000 on the line for the next round.
T-Dog squad is just hopping into a match.
Backpacking way better. Oh, buy a key card? Bet. Okay, awesome.
Oh, yeah. Footsteps on my left?
Yep.
You think
I don't know
maybe
if they'll
they
have time to do this.
I know. I'm wondering if maybe they were able to submit right before they started this match. It was very close.
Right as the window opened, they locked in their offer and just went right back at it. Could be. Although I do have a feeling if they did that, it wouldn't have been that much money because they are hunting that final round prize.
500K already.
There was a body there.
And they seem very comfortable here on the map too, with that being said. So I think they might just be on building 21 for the remainder here of this event.
Yeah.
As we watch Little B just slay out the entire lobby. Smokes on him, footsteps everywhere. He's able to take down a second player as well.
There we go.
Use his rewind ability.
Okay, should I? You said there was bodies here, or should I?
I got one.
Snapping on the Juggernaut, anything that can move. Looks like he's going to have that squad wiped there with the help of Zach. 6 kills to his name just a few minutes in as well, so I think they might have wiped out the entire lobby, and now it's just time to loot freely with no threats.
Nice, good stuff. What'd you pick up?
A bunch of red crap.
Nice, good stuff. Gunshots there. What the hell?
Oh, this
1.7 mil on T-Dog already is pretty impressive. That's nice finds.
I almost have.
They might. I mean, how fast do you think they can get out of here? They might just try to get out if they haven't put it in yet. It's the way they're talking is very urgent.
Not working very well.
Yeah, I don't know. It really does depend on how long they sat in queue before this, and if they did get that offer through. They could. I mean, hey, just give up maybe looting the top level, loot the first and second, and then get out at the elevator. You still have time to do it. You're not wrong about that.
Yeah.
It's just how greedy do you want to be here in this match? You know you have the whole lobby dead. You know you have a whole lobby to loot on your own. You could just potentially add more value to your third round offer.
I'm gonna go down to the basement now.
All right, riddle me this. Riddle me this. I think they just send T-Dog out
This guy just hit me with one
by himself,
I think he has
and T-Dog submits while the other two are in game. I don't think there's a rule against that.
resonate probably. You can res him. You can res him.
No, he's beaming me.
We'll have to hear from the producers if that's allowed. That would be an interesting strategy. Send the team leader out.
Yeah, have them submit. Oh, okay. No, I'm being told that I'm a cheater. I'm a dirty cheater. The entire team has to be out to submit.
All right, so probably don't utilize that strategy if you're watching the stream.
Okay, I got to an NPC, but you guys still res after. Don't worry, you're good.
Well, the team that I picked as one of my top 3 favorites just seems to be laying on their back the whole event. And once again, we've got Vague down, looking for win, and Nade shot to clutch up. I'm starting to have less and less faith in my ability to teach.
Oh, it's just one. Wait.
Some scans coming in. We see we've got one more threat on Win's screen. Nade and Win approaching. Some shots laid down. Looks like the last remaining player is pinned down in the bathroom. We got Nade pushing.
He slid out. He slid out.
Damn.
Oh, wait, he ran away. He ran away, Nate.
Yeah, I just saw him in front of me by the car. Hold on.
Yeah, he ran back. He ran back.
The NPC, bro, the NPC has a shitty ride.
All right, well, I'll res.
I need to get to Vague's body, but Vague's body's like hella exposed.
No, I'm resing.
Well, somehow that player managed to escape being pinned down in the stalls and ran away. Looks like Nate is going to go for the revive. Win defending the riot shielder. And all 3 players once again are back up.
Wait, so we killed
about 30 seconds left on our overall window. So any of these teams that haven't submitted, you got to do it right this second, but you got to be out of game to do it. So I can't imagine the team on our screen right now has either going to submit at all, maybe playing the long game, or maybe they potentially have already submitted. But be very curious to see what our total offers are here for round 2. 10 grand on the line.
All right, whenever you guys are good, we can.
Do you want to give away your shot?
Like everyone's feeling greedy.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
I think they're all going after the 3rd round.
Plates. Hold on.
Oh, I can use something here.
Footsteps?
Thinking so too.
Wait, it's all me. Can you use something here?
All right, timer has elapsed, folks. All offers have to have already been submitted.
All right, thank you, bro.
It's a bot? Yeah. It's a bot. It's a bot. Or NPC. I don't have a skin anymore, by the way.
Well, he was here forward to the left, no? Right around this corner? Wasn't he on the scan right here?
2 above us. 2 above us.
Well, I think the target met up above. I don't know. Well, we can take the.
They were
thing
literally
right
like directly above.
Alright. I gotta scan in like 5 seconds. You guys want to wait out real quick? Wait out.
Changing that.
Our team on screen is just chilling, wiping the rest of this lobby. They can add it to their totals for the future rounds, not in this one.
One guy.
And I'll be... I don't know. There's a lot of big question marks about this leaderboard right now. I'm not sure who's going to be submitting a ton, who's not submitting anything, all prepping for an all-in on round 3. But overall, a fun and engaging round 2. And I got to say, Noah, we were kind of talking a lot before the broadcast top of show. All of our team's going to be focused on looting, but Building 21 did not disappoint. Let's take a look back on some fun replays from this last hour of gameplay on this map. Noah, take it away. It was as fast-paced as you promised.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see what we're looking at right now. I just saw one of our teams get wiped here. We're looking at Bobby killing off a team that actually had the hazmat suit there and waiting for extract, so that's interesting to see. We've got Dab and Methods taking down some players in the basement off spawn. Mythic Armor able to wipe that. And I mean, yeah, like we had talked about earlier, this is just standard Building 21 gameplay. Just chaos, nades everywhere, shotguns one pumping you, and you're gonna have some highs and you're gonna have some lows here on Building 21. I think that's exactly what we saw. That team in particular, I'm very curious to see what their overall is gonna be. And I also want to know, did Win get away with that Ultra?
Yeah, it's a really good shot. I don't know if he actually got out or not, but some other fun lineups. Aerith actually lining up several, picking up a couple double kills, and then a full team wipe here, getting traded out with their teammates, but winning the fight nonetheless. And then, yeah, everybody was, everybody saw Wilson. Some folks got the better of him, most folks did not. Wilson was doing damage as per the usual, but overall, this Slayer team has got to be one of the top teams today. All 3 of the players on this roster very well equipped to take one-on-one fights, even 1v2 fights. Symphony looking really, really strong. Watch out for Slayer, Symphony, and Rose Smith in this round. Do they all in round 2, try to earn some cash, or do they bide their time waiting for the big prize pool of round 3?
Yeah.
More fights around the stairwell, but Building 21 non-stop action just like we like it.
2 dead, 1 more.
Yeah, I mean, these replays have showed, like I said, a lot of chaos. I mean, gunfights going both ways, teams going down to the NPCs, just demolition everywhere. And as you had mentioned with Team Slayer, I am very curious to see where they stand on the leaderboard. We had mentioned it a couple of times. They were one of the underdog teams, but ones to watch because Slayer was the wild card. I wasn't sure how much experience he had just because he'd been keeping it so secretive. I don't know if that was a strategy waiting for this event. Like, hey, I'm just going to pretend I'm not a threat. But he's been dominant, and Symphony has been impressing me as well here on the controller. So what are we watching here? A little Serpent Island replay there, and oh my god, the grenades. But yeah, I'm so curious to see where the leaderboards are at this point. I think it might be anyone's game. I don't really know who I could predict is in the top 3 at the moment.
Got him.
Yeah, top 3 at the moment, and then who will be at the bottom of the leaderboard after this round if they end up going all in on round 2 with our offer redemption phase. Everybody's placed their offers at this point. We're just double checking all the math behind the scenes. Let's take a look at it. I'm being told it is ready for us. Let's take a look at our offers. Who submitted, who did not. Here we go. This is for round 2. Our yellow lettering. If we can get that up, there will be. I know. I got excited. My forehead was to monitor there. Gonna get that all fixed up. But yellow numbers are gonna be what they put up. Light blue is going to be their total redeemable cash here. And again, Noah, something to remind everybody at home. Noah J's team, they did all in round 1. So we'll see what they decide to do. Everybody has submitted an offer. Could be 0. Could be $1, but they've all locked something in, and here it is. Big standouts. Holy cow.
Yeah, you're looking at the same number I am right there.
And then
we're not looking at the same number.
Dude, I'm just blown away at the fact that Noah J's team goes almost all in again, but then it's completely dwarfed by Symphony, Slayer, and Rosmith going actually all in round 2, even though they had a gigantic lead on our leaderboard and could have easily won round 3. What in the world?
I think the big thing is these teams just didn't know that. And like I said, Slayer was one of the underdogs. He didn't really know where he stood. We were all looking at Little B. We were all looking at Bobby Plays. And surprisingly, they not only had more overall money than them, but they just spent double, let's say, what Team T-Dog had on round 2 alone. So, of course, with a $101 million offer, Team Symphony is going to be taking $6,000 and round 2. Team Zealander with a $32 million offer is going to secure round 3, which is just above Chief's $31 million offer for $1,000.
Yeah, I mean, hey, huge shout out to Team Zealander for sneaking in there to second place. I know Chief's team's going to be very frustrated about that one. I mean, that is a tiny margin between the two. Close. Here is our redeemable cash, by the way. So obviously, Team Symphony has been crushing it this entire competition. They dropped $100 million in round 2. And now they are broke in terms of redeemable cash. Same thing here for Team Sheaf, who does pick up a little cash as well. The team at the top is actually Iceman Isaac's squad now at $69 million going into round 3. So there's a lot of what ifs still on who could take home the majority of the prize pool because round 3 is so much more than rounds 1 and 2. But I mean, let's take a look at the pricing because with $20,000 on the line here, Noah, I'm a little worried for everybody because what we just saw from Team Symphony dropping $100 mil, there's still a chance they could be a top 3 team at the end of round 3.
Yeah, I have no words for what we just saw there on the leaderboard. Those numbers were numbers I did not expect. You might be kicking yourself in the back right now, kind of overshooting your offer by $50 million on what could have, won you round 2 regardless. We've got the round 3 prizing coming up, and I'm going to say it. I think it's anyone's game in the top 5 right now.
Yeah, you want some more caster math? They were almost 3 times more than second place. They put up over 100 mil versus 36 mil. Is insane. Here's our total cash prizing. Now, of course, we've got $20,000 on the line for our round 3 rather, but we still have our overall. So the team that collected the most DMZ cash overall in the entire competition, which I think we know who's probably going to be in first in this. There's another 15,000 kind of bucket that you're playing for as well there. So you still earn $5,000 if you're the team that looted the most. Here is their current cash. Overall, Team Symphony, it's not even close. It's 106.7 mil between 2 rounds there with Team Symphony. This is their overall in terms of playing for that 15K prize pool. So there's a 20K prize pool for the next round, 15K for the overall, and this is that overall leaderboard here, Noah.
Yeah, now, Goj, I got to ask you a question. I don't cast super often. Is this what the caster curse feels like? None of my top 3 teams are in the top 3. This is insanity.
Yeah, that is exactly what it's like. The good news about being in the booth is that we get to tell everybody at home of all the different ways they get to earn as well. So we do have some positives. Not cursing everybody else out there, folks. We've been watching probably for a while now. If you haven't had a chance to do it yet, open up COD Mobile right now. Call of Duty Mobile, you can watch our event in-app in order to unlock these rewards. Even if you haven't been doing it thus far, there's still probably another hour since we've got an hour left in our competition for our 3rd round. So take a look at this, all the different rewards you can earn. And if you've been watching the entire time, obviously, you can go earn quite a bit more. But we're moving into round 3, folks. And this is where I said the rubber meets the road last round. And I guess, I mean, we might be taking off. We might be on the runway. We might be in a plane. I don't know where we are right now. But what I do know is all eyes on this roster right here. They just earned a bunch of cash in round 2. They're dead broke going into round 3. But they're top of the leaderboards in the overall as well. They certainly can still make a play for a top 3 position in round 3 should they be able to loot up as much as they did in the first 2 rounds.
I'm with you. My bad. I'm selling.
Yeah, I'd say across 3 people in an hour, if you just have straight solid runs on Building 21, you definitely could make up, you know, upwards of 80 to even 100 million again here. You do have to play near perfect, but it looks like they're already working on that with Slayer alone having 5.7 nearly $1 million in his inventory alone. 7 kills, so at this point they're just looting the map. No one left in the lobby to contest them. Oh my gosh, yeah, they're going crazy right now. Rose Smith also 5.5 million on his inventory, so this is looking like it's going to be near another $20 million run again for them just to kick off round 3.
Yeah, I did get word from production, by the way, that T-Dog, Smitty's team, kind of while we were wrapping up offers, they did actually wrap up their last raid at nearly a $20 million run, so things going still well for them as well. Now, let's talk a little bit of strategy while we're kicking off round 3, okay? This competition is a very unique format with 3 different rounds where you're putting in an offer with your DMZ cash, trying to earn kind of a progressive prize pool, right? Round 3 is going to feel like a more traditional event, right? I mean, everybody all ins here and just sees who has the most left. So, is there a strategy at this point besides just looting up as much as you can and earning that cash? I mean, if we think back to that leaderboard, like we talked about, some of these teams had 0 in terms of redeemable cash going to this round, and then some of the teams completely skipped round 2 in order to find more success in round 3. Do you think there was a better strategy in the competition thus far? Like, what would you have gone for?
Up on the top floor and just loot everything.
I mean, it's just so tough to say. Building 21 was just so rough for so many teams. Honestly, I think if I were one of the teams that had died maybe 2 or 3 times throughout the hour on Building 21, I probably would have just full sent all of my cash on round 2. Yeah. Just cut my losses, thinking, hey, yeah, we went down on loot value. Let's just call it here, since everyone's going to want to chase that big bag. But truly, I think a lot of players are just going to be playing with nothing to lose. Just stay on Building 21. Now, the exception might be one of the teams in the top 2 or 3. Maybe they'll say, okay, you know what? We have a significant amount of money. We have a bit of cushion. Let's just play Serpent Island, not lose any matches, and, you know, have a decent offer going into round 3. You know, just something top 3.
No, we just got bugged. What the actual?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Fuck, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's totally true. I don't know, man. This is going to be really interesting to watch.
Open this door. Open this door.
And I just, the other big thing that is so funny to say, because, Slayer's roster, I mean, they won a bunch of cash. They got first in round 2. But I still count it as a mistake. They made a mistake offering up a full all-in of 100 mil. They could have gone half of that. They didn't know, but they could have gone half of that. one round 2, and then probably one round 3.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're probably going to be kicking themselves for offering up so much money, but at the end of the day, I mean, they'll be wiping their tears away with some cash because they just want a decent paycheck.
Oh, what the hell?
Very true.
And we never know. They might still find their way into the top 3 here with how they've been playing.
Yeah, very true. Now, by the way, on that last round, heard some of the players freaking out saying, why did we successfully complete that raid? They actually missed, production's paying attention real close. They actually missed the extraction because the game timer ran out from what we saw. So just barely running out of time there. Something else to keep in mind.
Yeah, I was going to point that out. They called extract just a little bit too late, and Building 21 is ruthless. It's a little bit harder to kind of gauge because it doesn't have that final flight like Serpent Island, but I've done a couple of ways just like that. I was waiting on the elevator or waiting safely in the extraction, and then boom, out of time, GG's, you're just instantly dead. So definitely paying attention to that timer is crucial so you don't end up like that. Not only do they lose out on the equipment they brought, they miss all of the potential items they looted, but then most importantly here in a competition structured like this, they just lost 16 minutes.
Yeah, very true. Honestly, the most valuable resource in this competition is time. I know it sounds corny, but an hour is a short amount of time if you end up wasting 16 minutes of it.
Reloading.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about the train extract killing off 2 minutes. 16 is a lifetime here in this competition.
Shoot the feet!
Yeah, just hold it.
Don't shoot the shield, shoot the feet.
If you guys have a...
Get him out of your way.
Throw it, like, right now.
I'm glad Methods has stayed true here to his sensitivity throughout the entire event.
I was about to say something. I was about to say something as well. About to say
He said, what,
corners.
slow and steady wins the race? I got this. 360 trick shot here.
Got one.
Yup. Yeah, you see them by the stairs? Oh, they're nading. Yep. Watch out, Memphis.
Oh. I'm surprised at this point he hasn't thought about just whipping out the touch input for a second.
You're gonna need to do it after.
0.6 mil.
Oh, and here we go. The team slaying out everyone, collecting all the loot. Caster Math, I'm gonna need you to clutch up here, lean your forehead closer to the camera, and read that monitor real quick while I yap.
I saw like 15 mil at least. I think it was actually closer to 17. High 16 mils on a raid.
We're what, like 10 or 15 minutes into round 3 here, so that's what I said. There's a chance they could come back and throw up a decent offer. I don't think they'll be winning just because a couple of teams have been stacking up, unless they just have terrible rounds, but they could definitely make their way into that 3rd place slot and collect a little bit of extra cash. At the very least, they're stacking up even more money for that final total leaderboard.
Yeah, go for them.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to catch them on the 15K leaderboard, which is our total leaderboard. So they're going to at least earn another 5 grand in that category. And then when it comes to the 20K leaderboard, I think they can still cash a 3rd place. I'm pretty sure it was... I'll have to take a look about it. Maybe we can get production to fly it in here shortly of total redeemable cash again for round 3.
Okay, I'm coming.
Whenever they've got it prepared. Probably waiting on a few more reports, but I'm pretty sure it's Team Winsanity or Nade Shot, and that's Wilson's maybe going to pick up a kill here if they're not careful. And then I want to say it was T-Dog Smitty. Those are probably the top 2 to watch right now in terms of total redeemable cash for round 3.
Yeah, because the other guys are on the 2nd floor basement.
I'm gonna pick that up right now and let you know here in a second.
I don't know where the safe's gonna be. Is it bottom? Bottom? It's bottom, yeah. It's lower.
I know Team T-Dog has definitely been saving. Wilby has been very vocal throughout our spectating, saying, we're holding on to all of our money. We are submitting it all in round 3.
Yeah.
And with them extracting with nearly 20 million as we were going through all the offerings, I wouldn't be surprised to see them take it.
Yeah, agreed. I think they're over 50 mil or so. Redeemable cash, which is, I think, one of the higher team values. Little B is currently on 8.7 mil.
First in basement.
I think T-Dog was on about 3.4.
So as far as redeemable cash, we did have Team Iceman Isaac in the lead with nearly 70 million, and T-Dog's team was at nearly 40 million. Now, we had said that right before that 20 million extract, so they're kind of head-to-head with Team Noah J.
Elevator? Someone called the elevator.
Kind of hovering close by. I wouldn't say they're much of a threat at the moment. But those are the top 3 teams to watch. Well, I'll put a 4th out there with Slayer's team. Was that Team Symphony? Even though they've blown through everything, they're still going real quick. So the top 4 teams to watch would definitely be Iceman Isaac, T-Dog, Noah J, and Symphony right now for that final round 3 submission.
Yeah, you guys understand?
Yeah, good shot.
You guys don't understand, bro. I got my try.
Let's keep running.
Seems like every time we go on Slayer's screen too, he's just playing at a pace much faster than anybody else in this.
Good stuff. Yeah, 100%. He is flying through the map. Time's your most valuable resource. Got to make the best of it. Space picks up a 2-piece. Gets the teammates right back on their feet.
Yo, can you smoke
save the day yet again?
So I can... Press.
Surprised to see him rocking an AK-47 here on Building 21. It's a really good weapon, don't get me wrong, but it's one of my favorite on Serpent just because it's much more powerful at long, mid, to long range. Not really something you want to see on close range. Oh, I actually misspoke. It's an ASM-10, which makes it an even more interesting choice to see. But we'll see if it works out. It is going to be the legendary variant. You know what's interesting about this weapon is it does have the capability of 2-tapping to the head. It does over 50 damage, especially if you get one of those lucky affixes on it that gives more headshot damage. And this is most likely going to be the weapon we see dominate the meta whenever we get the next set of weapons in the update.
Hello.
So he might be cooking up something that we don't expect here.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about that. I mean, you know, DMZ Recon's very unique in a lot of ways, reminiscent of other extraction shooters in some ways, but these affixes and the rolls on some of the weapons are different, right? So talk a little bit about like the efficacy of those. I mean, obviously you could pull like FMJ, you could pull one you were just talking about, but what are the value of some of those? How do you know if you maybe pulled a good affix for your weapon?
Yeah, so I'd say the bare bones basics is if you find an affix on your weapon that increases your damage or time to kill, that's going to be something you're shooting for. I mean, you want something that's going to take down your opponents as fast as possible. Some of the weapons are a little bit different, like a sniper, for example. The Rytech has a mythic variant. Now, obviously, it'd be cool to have a mythic variant that does more damage with the Rytech that could maybe allow a one-shot to the chest. But since that doesn't actually exist, some of the affixes I'm looking on that weapon would be like bullet speed. That way it's a lot easier to snipe at long range. You don't have to lead your shots as much. So all of the different weapons in the mythic and legendary category will contain different affixes. The legendaries have less of them, and the few that they have are weaker than the mythics. So obviously, you know, once you're in the end game of DMZ Recon, you're going to be rolling for mythic weapons. And that's what makes them more powerful. Not only do they have those sort of secret bonus features like damage, range, faster reload, extended mags, but they also are going to deal more damage to different sets of armor. So if a mythic Ram 7 is facing up against a legendary armor, well, that mythic Ram 7 is not only going to do its regular damage, it's going to do a 1.1x multiplier because it's a tier higher than that legendary armor. So there's a lot of just little minute details that I tried to tell, you know, like I said, all of the Call of Duty mobile multiplayer players, like, hey, this is going to make a big difference. All these key little details and intel about the mode is going to just lead to success. So some of those mythic weapons, they can be very powerful for multiple reasons, and that's why I stated it earlier when players were going up against mythic gear with their purple armor, they are going to get shredded so fast.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for the breakdown, Mr. Encyclopedia here at DMZ Recon.
I'm so full.
I'm just a nerd who plays the game too much.
I love it.
What the?
When Sanity Nate's shot in a bit of trouble, Vade goes down first, and the hero not around to save the day. That is another wipe, unfortunately. Team Nate shot, blaming their IGL, turning against each other. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Now who's the IGL at this point?
Yeah, true. Honestly,
squad?
true.
That's
probably Nate's shot now. Yeah, Nate's IGL now. They've completely turned on Vague.
Scan, do you have a scan?
That's so
I
funny.
said it before. I was like, these three are very competitive players. Now, I didn't think that was going to potentially lead to their downfall. Maybe all three of them are so competitive, they all think they can IGL this squad. And that might be leading to a little bit of miscommunication. Who knows what's going on?
Yeah, let me be very clear. I misspoke when I said they're a top 4 team. I was thinking of Iceman Isaac's squad. So we'll keep our eyes on them. Maybe they'll turn it around.
Misclick.
Yeah, that's right. We'll keep our eyes on them, see if they can turn it around in the second half of round 3. This is our last round, though, as Little B's putting on a little bit of a show for us. Picking up a kill here on the stairs, looking for more with the scan coming through.
They're above. They're above.
We got 36 minutes, about 31 before our final redemption phase opens, and our final offers will come in, which will be everybody else going all in with all redeemable DMZ cash.
All right, one knocked. We can push off that.
Yeah, Little B's looking very comfortable here in this fight, taking down 2 with his tacticals, a Nova Gas and grenade hit, getting the scan there from his assault package. The question is, do they have one more player alive, or was that the full squad? Judging by the body bags, it looks like that might be it. So another squad down here for this team.
These guys' bodies.
And look at our leaderboard on the left. Obviously not fully updated. Teams have to report their scores, so we obviously know Team Symphony is much higher than 0 now, but this is redeemable cash. This is cash that has not been offered. So we know T-Dog Smitty's team, for instance, has already offered some cash, and so that's not their quote-unquote total that you'll see on the total leaderboard, but that is their redeemable cash. So we'll keep our eyes on that.
Safe to assume, taking a look at this, that Team Symphony probably jumped into the top 5 from their first game alone.
Yeah, I am a little worried for everybody else. No, I'm not going to lie.
Guys that had like double.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they come back, like I said, get a top 3 offer, clean up some cash here, win that final prize as well, and just take home the whole tournament.
I'm joining you guys in 1 minute.
Looking quite likely they could be our champions, but still a lot of games to be played. And a lot of scores still needing to be reported. Of course, players trying to move as fast as humanly possible, lobby to lobby. So they are probably not very fast reporting their scores. We see an extraction coming through for Bobby and Co. They've got a nice one going. I'm looking at, I saw Metal at 4.5 mil. Didn't see the rest of them.
It is important to see that was only an 11-minute match for them as well. Let's see what we've got. I have a feeling since we're sitting on them, it's going to be something crazy.
Let's run that back.
They're just so quick to jump in and out of matches, they don't even want to show us.
Hey, listen, they're playing for 50K, all right? They don't need to do us any services. We'll figure it out on the scoreboard, but thanks to production for sticking around to see if we can get a read on it. They have no interest in us. Totally fair. They're trying to win some money. Yeah.
He should be out. You should be able to kill him. Nah,
Yeah, I got him. Oh,
that's it. Oh, we loot now. Make sure you pick up their armors. Their armors are worth
3 to 4.
This is very classic DMZ Recon gameplay there. T-Dog Smitty running around looting, not taking any fights with his teammates. His 2 teammates aggressively communicating in a team fight while he's opening up toolboxes. I am so here for it.
Okay.
I'm going to need you to take a look here at the value Space has on his inventory.
Whoa. Dude, I was so focused on T-Dog Smitty. I'm missing 11 mil on Space as an individual. Now, Kaylee is out of this map.
I have 11.
Yeah. Kaylee's out of the map, but Ice, if he has anything, this is a fantastic raid.
Whoa. There's our updated total cash earned leaderboard. Team Symphony, of course, no surprise at the top. The surprising part is that they're nearly, actually, over double second place team.
Yeah. Come on, bro. And this is reported, so I would expect T-Dog Smitty's team to jump up pretty dramatically after a couple more reports that they're wrapping up here shortly. And this is our total cash. This isn't what they can offer up for round 3. This is just for the total leaderboard at the very end. Reminder, Team Symphony, they had put up 101 mil in round 2 as their offer to make sure they won that round and earn some cash.
Oh, wait, he has red armor. Wait,
I wonder who had the calm between the 3 of them to do $100 million. You know, they had a little bit of extra in the bank account there. I wonder why they said, yeah, this is our number. This is what we feel comfortable with, and left themselves about $5 million to spare.
I think they overestimated their competition. I think they said, well, we're doing really good, but maybe not. Maybe we're not like perfect, so let's just make sure that we get first. I'm sure it'll be pretty close. No, it wasn't.
I think judging by their number there, they assumed another team was probably going to submit 100 million.
Yeah.
You know, going with that very odd 101 and change.
Yep, I agree.
Anyway, we're on board here with our favorite team. Once again, laying on their back when Sandy fighting for his life and the squad in a 1v3 situation, using boxes as cover while his health depletes, getting surrounded, popping a scan, and that just shows he's surrounded and his fate is sealed.
Wait, so how they just
yeah, just gets triple chowed after they healed up. That's brutal.
Because they disconnected and connect back and they glitched.
Yeah, on the flip side, we've got Little B with 7 kills as an individual, 3 million, and once again, his squad is just fully looting the map with no contest.
I'm at 3 mil right now.
Bozo. Yeah, I'm at 3 million.
So based off the perspective you're watching, whenever you watch DMZ gameplay, you might think this is the easiest mode in the world, or just impossible.
That's right.
Double check one more.
We certainly have gotten both ends of that spectrum today.
I'm gonna do Queasy at this point. Let's just leave.
Yeah, all teams are hopping in on fresh, brand new accounts. So this was a baseline, even playing field. It is very interesting to see how the different perspectives are looking like wildly different matches, but they're all in the same exact lobbies.
You guys second floor?
Let me do the mission. Yeah, let me do the mission real quick, actually. Just keep looting if you guys can.
Getting word Symphony's team did just extract with around 15 mil. Another solid raid for them. They're
backing up.
They're creeping up the leaderboard, man.
Like someone just did that. This is the second time too. I mean, the first one was like literally it wasn't that big, but this one's the second time.
Break open the safe and obtain the weapons case.
It's a free map for these
I'm
guys.
surprised,
obviously.
despite the 7 kills, how little armor he has and how little his inventory is. I wonder if his teammates had stacked up on everything. Judging by how he's speaking, I think they had gotten all the kills in the lobby, but unfortunately, it was no one of like true value.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. It sounded like Metal still had around 3 mil, and I think T-Dog had around the same, so still a solid raid going, but swing back to
Go back.
heavy hitters at the top of our total assets category by a mile. Couple kills to boot. Nothing to show for it yet.
We need to really kill them fast. You're on me, bots.
Hello.
Bruh.
And they're dead.
There's one here. He's here. That's a real player.
That is crazy how quick he's killing them.
He's running. Bro, I got him.
Curious what type of Ram 7 he is using on both the rarity and those affixes. Because obviously, you know, with this structure and the event, you're not going to sit there and constantly re-roll purchasing new weapons to see if you can get those best affix weapons. So he either got extremely lucky or he's just rocking some bare bones weapon and dominating.
That's a really good call, actually.
Bro, he's... No, we need to move. He's multi.
Not the molly.
Move back. Bro, they are full loot.
Oh, first time we've seen this team under true pressure. I'm hearing an SO14 being shot for the first time this event from an opponent. And as I said before, the Ram 7's incredible. But I did mention that SO14. In my opinion, that actually is the most dominant weapon in DMZ Recon. We just don't see it nearly as often because it is a semi-auto marksman rifle. So it takes a little bit more skill to use. And the Ram 7's typically a lot more friendly and forgiving. And just overall better for those close range encounters. But that SO14 will 2 to 3 tap through mythic armor. It is an insane weapon.
I'm kind of stuck here, bro.
Tell you, I definitely tighten up whenever I hear that gun shooting in my lobby.
Yeah.
We see Slayer feeling that stress.
I know.
Yeah, he has been rapping left and right, trying to get a flank on him. Rose doesn't seem like he's going to be able to help. Slayer's going to clean up.
I am very impressed with his rotations here. I love watching him play right now. Like I say, he was a very slept-on pick.
Bro, they're shooting my legs.
Definitely.
Clearly has put in the time, knows the map, understands how to play and rotate.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, it seems like they might have met a team that is also extremely patient.
Nice.
Rewind playing, getting out of there.
Nice.
Now, I also think it's worth pointing out, despite the fact that Slayer has mythic armor, he's got the 4-plate mythic armor, which does not protect your legs. So a couple of times I've seen him lose base HP without his plates taking any damage, and that's because of that armor he's using. Interesting choice. Seems to be working, though. Able to take down 2 of the 3 players while he's the last man standing. Mythic armor versus mythic armor. Plenty of shots. Getting the reload here. And it looks like that's going to be the cleanup. He still needs to pick up the downs, though. In case there's a self-revive, that's going to do it. Getting the squad wipe, clutching up with his last magazine, and the whole team's coming back, man.
MVP, what?
And they're going to just be loaded now with those mythic armors. That's going to be a big bag for them later on.
Dude, there's a reason that team's at the top. Slayer putting on a show for us. You heard his teammates hyping him up as well around our commentary. That shows you the efficacy, by the way, of Rewind. The amount of times that perfectly outplayed his opponents, saved his life, put himself in a position to retake the fight in an isolated 1v1. Like, I thought he played that really, really well, and Rewind came in handy so many times.
Yeah, that was an incredible play. And as I said before, I could just tell by his rotations that he was playing smart. He wasn't putting himself in what I call an even playing field fight, right? He was only taking fights when he was sliding out against his opponents or shooting at them from cover. That was extremely well played. On the flip end of things here, we are watching Team Stone Mountain back on Serpent Island, the safe location. My man just took 5 different inputs to get this safe combination, and it gave purples. So I have a feeling we might be in normal difficulty or just extremely unlucky. Let's see. Oh, wow. No, that's just extremely unlucky. They are in hard.
Looking good for an exfil here.
Yeah, just a little bit different pace. You know, after some crazy gameplay, we got to slow it down a little bit with the beautiful voice of Stone Mountain. Slowly working his way.
That gun oil, nice.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to do it for you. I mean, he was probably listening to the broadcast and he heard.
Yeah, no, that's bonus points in my book. I'm going to have the staff bump up their score a couple mil for that one.
I tried my best.
Sheaf and Co. looking like they're going to get out of the map here. They've actually elected to go. I mean, you know, we saw them a couple times actually over here at Serpent Island. They elected to go back to Serpent Island. They felt a little bit more comfortable on that. They've been kind of a little bit of a sleeper team, just kind of slowly creeping up the leaderboard. So
longer on the queue, and
they went all in, from what I remember, on round 2 and ended up picking up 3rd just by, I think it was less than 1,000. It was like really, really close, or maybe maybe it was something like that at least, and maybe less than 1 million. Either way, it was not a lot of money between the two. Going all in round 2, still making a bit of cash.
I want to point out what's happening right here, by the way, because Metal's putting in that code, but it's not actually giving him the loot. That's because you need to be wearing one of these hazmat suits to loot those containers. Little tips and tricks for you. Oh my god! Also, slay out the lobby before you do this contract. They are getting naded from the hallway. Metal is about to be swarmed by opponents, and 2 of his teammates are down.
They're gonna kill you.
Yes, Metal, you should, but you are not going to have that privilege, my friend.
They don't realize that we're in a $50,000 tournament.
And that's the dangers of picking up those hazmat suits and doing that contract. You are broadcasted, like I said earlier, to the entire map, and more times than I can count, I've done that to teams as well once they just rush on in there without clearing out the lobby.
Wow. Yeah, that's brutal. Well, I wonder if they, I don't know if they knew if they had, maybe they thought they cleared out the lobby, or maybe they weren't sure and just went for it anyways, but that one's gonna sting.
I think they speed ran that, but I don't think they had any indication that there were players nearby stalking them in the shadows, because we didn't see any footsteps while they were grabbing those safes, and those nades came out of nowhere. They're perfectly timed. Like, there was a team just sitting there watching them through the windows. That was a great play by the other team. I hate to say it here on broadcast, but it was a great play there by the random people that are now feasting on their loot.
Right in front of me, right in front of me.
Back on board here with T-Dog's team, though. We got Little B going against a player utilizing that rewind perfectly with his mythic armor. Trapped in a room now, though. Let's see if Little B can recognize the situation.
Nice.
Able to take care of them, and that's going to be some more mythic armor for them.
Does he have good stuff?
A clean round.
See the gunshots over here. Player in front of me.
Yep, we're right behind you.
Oh, below. Downstairs.
Shoot.
Well, if any round were to be the one to pop off on, it would be this one.
Zach doesn't have much to his name yet. We swap over, but
yeah, not much, right? Not much. Triple zeros here.
But
you know what? The round just started, and he's just following Little B. He's there for the vibes, the comms, and once this team's slayed out, I promise, once the lobby's dead, he's going to be stacked up into the multiple millions real quick.
That's a bot squad.
Got one more team above them from that scan. I have a feeling this is going to be the last team left before they are cleared to loot once again. So smooth raids coming out of them. It was looking pretty rough earlier on in round 2, but they seemed to figure out Building 21, get the pacing down. And honestly, that's something I want to point out, is every week when I play Building 21, it just gets more and more tough. The meta continues to develop since this is only a weekend exclusive mode, and it's just such a new game mode to Call of Duty Mobile. Each week, players are unlocking max level shops, and they have those better items, those mythic weapons, those mythic armors. And each week, players continue to learn the map more and more. So yeah, it's been getting scarier and more difficult every single week. And I'm not surprised that, like I said, they had a slow start and then started picking it back up. With that being said,
wow.
Looks like they're all going to be downed.
Hey, it was perfect timing. As much as that felt like a curse, you were talking about how difficult things are starting to get, and it's getting difficult even for one of our top teams, man.
Dude, they got.
I mean, you could see on the kill feed right there as well. They all had mythic weapons, all mythic Ram 7s. People know what they need to use to succeed here on Building 21.
Rose Smith and squad just looting up at this point. Roast on 4.2. This is our top team today by a mile. Symphony also on 4.45.
Hopefully we still do good.
He's just always around that 5 mil mark, I swear.
I know, man.
I don't know how he's doing it. Someone check the sticks on his controller.
We'll see.
Yeah, he's been doing really, really well.
Hey,
I just feel like this team's chemistry is... I mean, obviously, Slayer's been putting on a show for us as an individual. Nice pull. But the team as a group has felt really cohesive.
Yeah, I was about to say, it really feels like there's no weak links on this team, and that's what's just putting them massively above everyone else right now. Like, every time we go to this little try screen, they're just so even on their looting.
Oh yeah, the overall thing.
And what's funny to see, unless, yeah, Slayer has 8. I was going to say, it looks like they only have 1 kill. No, they have 9. They wiped pretty much everyone on the lobby. They've earned this one.
Oh no.
Are you serious?
Well, you and I are the professional yappers. While we were talking, I listened in a little bit to what they were saying, and they were actually talking about the offer they put up of 100 mil. And I think it was, I don't know if it was Zach or if it was Slayer that said, we can't look back now. We can't look back now after the frustration of putting up too much money, right? So let's see what they're able to do. But I know they're thinking about it.
That's the name of the game.
Talking about it.
Okay, well, so it can't be 39,000.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
and we had talked about that. That's one of the most interesting things about this structure. And I do really like the structure of this event. I think it adds a whole different dynamic and strategy that you never would have expected. Like Noah J's team, for example, going all in the first round.
My backpack's full.
All right, open your backpack. Do you have blues and purples? Or
I have literally nothing on me, bro, and won't let me pick this up. I just dropped everything in hopes of picking this up.
Okay, take this.
All right, Nate, now try to pick it up real quick.
Why can't I pick this thing up?
It'll work.
Okay, pick that up. Can you pick that up?
Backpack is full.
That doesn't make sense. Wait, you're bugged then. Bro, we're going through... Because that backpack...
We'll see if we can get Nate to get his backpack all fixed.
He just needs to touch that screen. That's all he needs to do is touch the screen and he can do it.
Yeah, what's going on?
I think he's trying to maybe hit the loot with the controller and it's not working. I don't know what he's doing, but
yeah,
we'll get him fixed out as we swing over to Win, who is
auto unlocking the safe. I've never seen this before. Hey, it takes about, I want to say, a full minute of sitting on the safe for that to happen.
Yeah, I think he was probably opening the safe while he was checking timers and leaderboards and all types of stuff, but another successful extract here from Slayer Symphony and Rose Smith. Well done, gentlemen. Job's not done. Keep pushing. We've got about, I think it's 14 minutes till that redemption window opens where teams can offer up their total loot. This one is one that no one will want to miss. Everybody's going to go all in on round 3.
Yeah, and hopping into the match with about 14 minutes left, that's perfect timing because I'd say about the average Building 21 match takes about 12. So we're looking real good right now on pace for, honestly, the perfect round 3.
I see boxes. They're in here.
This is another team that's been relatively quiet here for a while. Curious to see how they've been playing on round 3 so far. Looks like they're freshly hopping into a new lobby.
I think they're in here.
Getting into their spawn fights. course, the most crucial ones.
Jump down.
Going into the staircase, this is going to be a make or break for their game if they can get this position from the low ground. Bobby picking up a couple of shots on one player, challenging and getting lined up with metal. And see, the whole team got lined up in the doorway.
Was that the
and they are in the blender right now here on building 21.
Golly. There's one rule in Call of Duty, man. Can't line up like the bowling pins. Golly.
Don't do it.
Need to have everything sold.
Wait,
17.
This team's very conscious of what they're doing here.
Two quickies, maybe?
Nah, I think it was just one.
One? Like, and they've gone back to Serpent Island, which is a bit surprising. Maybe they just feel a little bit more comfortable over there, and like we talked about, maybe playing a little bit more slow and patient play style to earn some.
I think they're on his body right now.
More easy.
Yeah, I think as a top 3 team, they decided it's not worth the risk.
Yeah,
they're gonna just see if they can hold on to their value, you know, stack up a little bit more, especially considering they got 20 mil in their first round on it.
Boys.
Good job, good job.
And you had said it earlier, the highs and lows, like, okay, you might fail a couple extracts and have a great one, but if overall you're only net like 5 million, it might not be worth taking that sacrifice here on the map. That seems to be T-Dog's team's strategy here. It's just full send nonstop.
Yeah. It sounded like the boys were celebrating T-Dog's kill that he just got there, so big shout out to T for picking up a kill. I think his kill record in tournaments is 2, so we'll see if he can beat that today.
I don't know how you know that it's all bots.
I see the names. It's the same names in Battle Royale. Well, we need to focus on finding the real team, guys. Nah, that's a bot.
One dead.
There's still a real team.
Like I said, man, this guy's playing on 2x
We
speed.
need to find him first.
Yeah, he is flying.
Yeah, I got you. Here, go for that one. Go for that one.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Got it.
It's looting time, boys. Cleared the lobby.
But the toilets are in here.
2.7, 9 minutes on the clock. We've got 10 minutes till our window opens. This will be their last game. I think they're going to try to maximize this lobby here, Noah.
Yeah, that would make sense, especially with, you know, the whole lobby being slayed out. It's nice to see T-Dog looting a toilet already looted here.
Hey, gotta check. Yeah, gotta check.
I mean, right there is a perfect example of why the scavenger class is useful. It shows you that before you check for yourself, so it could save some time if you know what you're looking for.
Gotcha.
All right, there is our timer. This is our overall timer reminder, so it's really 9 minutes and 33 seconds and counting till you can submit an offer. You have to submit an offer by the end of this timer right here, so...
They have armor plates, everything.
That's where everyone needs to set their alarm clocks and be prepared.
Wait, is there another body I'm missing or no?
I don't think so.
They're coming up now, I think.
Space again with this ASM-10. Seems like ever since he brought it out, he's been stacking up on the cash. This team's not going to have anything for him, unfortunately.
I'm losing my mind, bro.
I just tried.
No way.
Good jump. Oh.
How many?
Let's see if Space is going to be able to clear this. Ooh, competition in front of him. Unfortunately, that Ram 7 instantly melting you. And once again, the whole team. You can tell he's losing his mind a little bit there.
He's about to crash out. He's about to crash out. That's crazy.
I can't lie, man. I've been there. You know, legend has it. I can't confirm nor deny it. There might have been one time on live stream that the great Noah Sunday had failed 8 raids in a row. He may have been using some bad armor and doing a challenge, but it might have happened on building 21. So if it could happen to that guy, again, this is all theoretical or just what the streets say. It's not confirmed or anything, but I did hear that he died 8 times in a row. If it can happen to him, it probably could happen to anyone.
Sure, yeah. You know, listen, man. There was several reasons why I thought you were in the booth with me, and now I think I fully understand why.
Whoa.
I appreciate the context.
Hold on. I will not let those lies be spilled on my name. It was because, unlike these guys, I would have been extracting every single raid. This wouldn't be me laying on the floor.
I will say, to harken back to what you were saying before, these guys have been actually a little bit quiet. Z actually hitting some nice shots. Pretty weak, though. Needs some plates. Have to back off a little bit, but...
As someone who weekly plays with Bobby Play, Yeah, Building 21, not his strong suit, so I'm not surprised to see this, to be honest. Round 1, I honestly thought they would throw in an offer.
Bobby, I have no ill will towards you if you watch this back, but it's very apparent.
Bobby, I think you and I might need to swap positions for the next event, buddy.
Oh my god.
I backed off a little bit.
Oh, it's probably a good thing this iPad's on 5%, boys. Woo.
Oh no.
Yeah, gotta get charged up. We're not done yet. Z, lock in, man.
It's honestly
After that shotgun blast, he might be.
Dude. Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, I use a full clip on these guys, and I don't think I break their shields, or it's very close.
Yeah. I mean, they're talking about the mythic armor, and again, in that hypothetical world, if Noah did die 8 times in a row, it was doing an epic armor and epic gun challenge on Building 21, which I have to say is very, very challenging.
Can they find that on YouTube?
Result doesn't surprise me.
Can they find that content on YouTube?
VOD was deleted. If it did happen,
Okay.
I don't know.
Sure. Interesting. Well,
Yeah, it's located in my members only folder if you're interested in purchasing that membership.
No, this is my.
Got it.
If I die,
Okay.
this is it.
We'll keep that in mind, but
You're not gonna full die. You're not gonna full die. Just
T-Dog's at 4.5 mil here. This is a big one for the boys, and again, we're running out of daylight. Our timer is looking like our window opens in 6 minutes. That timer is 5 minutes.
Oh, I'm dead.
So they want to try to
I'm
get
down.
as much out of this map as possible, but Zach goes down to the gas.
Yeah. Little B did throw some pills down for him. I think he's just waiting on this elevator, because even if he's downed, if he goes in the elevator, he can still extract.
T-Dog, run towards me. Run towards me.
Let's see if he can get these pills fast enough.
Yeah,
Run
I
towards
got
me.
it.
You can tell what happened, and then the reason why he actually got down there to that gas. If you take a look at the top left corner of that icon, Little B's got the little character next to it. That's that hazmat suit. So once again, he did that challenge without his teammates, which again, I'm sure is a strategy. But indirect consequence of that, his team did go down to that Nova gas that's just spreading across the whole map.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
6 minutes.
Oh, and him alone, $8.8 million.
Yeah, they're pushing around like 18 mil or so between all 3 of them.
Call the elevator here.
A really good raid from them, and again, I think
Okay.
definitely a team to watch out for. Total assets.
Zach, can you tell him how to Zach? I'm gonna try to, dude. I'm gonna.
Yeah, he knows. He
You know,
knows
as
how
we're
to sell.
coming down
Exactly
to our
like last
final
time.
minutes here, I do want to point out, one, we
Yeah, he
didn't
knows-
see
he
any
knows how to
crystal
sell.
skulls
Exactly like
today.
last time. We just put
That's
all
true.
of them
Two,
to sell.
I'm surprised no teams have
But this time, sell
utilized the
everything. This is
Noah
it.
Sunday
Sell
strategy
everything.
of turning on your
sell everything.
in-game
We need to
mic
calculate how
and
much we
screaming
have
at
right
your
now.
opponents, I will let you live
on you.
if you
Who
drop your
has-
mythic weapon.
who is-
Now, the reason I'm surprised no one has at least attempted this is because we didn't talk about this before. In hard mode, you have weapon protection. So if you get wiped, your weapon stays in your inventory. Same goes for your opponents. You're not able to loot their weapons. But I have found a loophole behind this. I'm about to spill the sauce for everyone watching. I turn on my in-game mic, and I tell them, after I knock them and they have a self-revive, I'll talk to the last guy. I'll be like, hey, I will let you and your team live if you drop your mythic weapon. It's worth $5 million.
I mean, this is our last
Right?
raid. We can't get into another.
And they get to be the hero. It's a good trade.
Yeah.
Now, what I don't tell them is in the fine
Which time we
print,
got?
I will murder them as soon as they drop
That's
their mythic weapon. I will
crazy.
take all of their, I will take everything they
That's
own,
crazy.
and I'll extract with an extra $5 million. It's a strategy definitely worth it.
That's
Worth it.
crazy. I guess if you're playing in a 50K tournament here with Call of Duty Mobile or DMZ Recon Invitational, then sure, maybe I will allow unethical gameplay like that. But in pubs? Noah, you sick man.
Oh, I always talk about it. I'm like, man, they probably worked real hard getting this weapon. They probably spent hours grinding it up in the shop, unlocking it, pulling with the right affixes. And as I'm saying that, I just sell it right away. It means nothing to me. It's just extra cash in my pocket.
That's crazy.
So I have to say, I'm a little sad no one had attempted to do that, but I will say respect to Dazzy at least for carrying the gun oil.
Gotta do it.
Where was your
Stone Mountain cleaning up. A little less than a mil on this one, but hey, we'll take what we can get. Gonna be cleaning things up here, folks. 4 minutes on our offer window before it opens. Then we'll have 5 minutes with it open, and then we are done.
Yeah,
we are wrapping up here.
We gotta go.
In the next less than 10 minutes away.
All right.
See who is going to be our champion of Call of Duty Mobile DMZ Recon Invitational.
On it.
Yeah, it does seem like Stone Mountain's team opted to kind of just bow down out of the way there of the top 5 and turn for some peaceful lobbies, which I gotta say, I mean, if you're not in a competition where time is of the essence, Serpent Island playing on normal or hard is kind of a good move if you're just looking to stack up on some extra cash without the threats, especially on the weekends when all the sweaty, super try-hard players with mythic gear are going into Building 21.
Very true. Good game here. Rose Smith on 5.6.
Symphony as well with a 5.2.
Yeah, nice.
Uh-oh.
Let's just make sure we get home safely with it.
You need to pick like the bro, just heal up, don't fight.
There's still 6 minutes on this map. I feel like they just need to stay and
Can I loot this?
play for anything else they can find because they're not going to be able to run a whole nother
Yeah, we
game.
don't have anything. We need to dip, guys.
Yeah, I highly doubt
I
that.
still have 2 spots.
I didn't get the armor.
I think though they're probably gonna just relax. They're gonna take their time, leave when this gate opens in a minute or so, and then take the rest of that time to sell their items, open their Ouija crates, and then submit their final number. Because you do need to consider, all right, well, if I have 10 Ouija crates, I need to sit there and open them and then sell those items as well.
True.
That I got.
And you never know, you might get a crystal skull from that, and then boom, look at that. That's like a full game's worth jumped up in value.
Chief, come here, Chief.
All right. Well,
right there.
Did you guys do this already?
now.
No, you guys didn't. Chief, come
Let's see some darts on the main broadcast for the first time today.
There's a
Please.
mini game. Come here.
Let me see this.
Oh yeah, have you played the
Thinking about it.
Yeah, and then you can get
Come
like
on.
a gold or something from that.
Yeah, maybe it.
Fire production when you go on Chief's perspective right now.
Yes.
Maybe a few diamonds.
know.
Show me some darts. To wrap it up, 30 seconds until our redemption window opens.
Oh.
Dude, trust me.
One bullseye, please. One bullseye.
Shit.
Oh my god, he missed the board.
He's fighting for his life in darts. I love it.
On the flip side, looks like they did opt to extract. I am curious if they do take their time and open up those Ouija crates like I was talking about earlier, if they're just going to be sitting there and utilizing their last few minutes. With that being said, the time remaining to submit an offer has officially started. We've got the yellow bar of death on our screen.
It could be yellow bar of life, depending on which team you are. Definitely a mixed
yellow
bag.
bar of money.
Yeah, that's right.
The bottom and the
Mixed bag of results today, but people are going to be wrapping up. Now, this timer is
regardless, the
5
timer's
minutes. Yeah, timer's 5 minutes. So, folks that just got out, you're right.
Oh my god, okay.
We'll be open some things up. Nice pull here from Win. 4 minutes on the clock, and they need to get out in order to submit. Cannot submit while you're in game.
I did do the north one with the one right here. I did it.
All right, then let's do.
Oh, as long as they don't sit here for the max amount of time, they should be out.
Everybody working their way out of the map. Working their way back home to open up any crates or bide their time and submit their offers.
You never know.
All right, who do you think's submitting the best offer?
We died so many times.
I mean, I feel like it's Lil B.
Spend in order just to die.
I think they end up maybe with the top, but I really think. I mean, I was listening to some of the comms from Slayer's team with Symphony, and I heard them say that they only failed extraction one time.
Put it in your ass.
Yeah, put it
The whole day. The whole day.
It's worth 3 million. It's something.
Oh my god. Okay, okay.
Yo, wait, that's actually insane.
And as you're saying that, Vague finds himself one of the cubes.
Hold on now, gentlemen.
Wait, we might be cooking.
Oh, they're right back in
You
it.
never know.
Hey, honestly, any bread at this point is something that's fine by me.
You never know, boys. You never fucking know.
Wait, that's actually clutch. Okay, I got 9 million right now total.
I mean, to be fair, that might put them up in that total cash leaderboard later on. They might not be running round 3 here, but that could help. Could be a little pay jump.
And they got to get out.
We'll see if they're above by 3 million, then that means that cube alone.
We dominated.
Put them in that money.
Yeah, very true.
Poor guys never stood a chance.
Anyway, I'm curious to see how Iceman Isaac's team did this round. We didn't see too much of them, and they were a top team for redeemable cash going into this round. So hopefully they had some interesting raids, either a lot of money won or a lot of money lost.
I think we can.
Here we go. Timer is past halfway, folks. Probably about 2 minutes left on the clock.
I picked it up from
This is one of our last
That's pissing me off.
squads still in a game.
Wait, he's got
Gotta get out of here.
How's he getting all these rewards?
It's interesting to watch DMZ from a third-person perspective.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a diehard for the FPP. I'm curious on your take. What do you think?
He's still even bigger.
Wait.
For an extraction mode for DMZ, I think it has to be FPP. I think third person would be really, really brutal with how tactical this plays. So I'm a big proponent of the FPP as well. I think I'm the wrong person to ask. I know there is a community out there that's a big fan of the third person and really want the third person for DMZ Recon, but
No, that's fair. That's actually, in my opinion, the better take. I was kind of setting you up to either be praised or crucified here by the chat. I think DMZ is meant to be played in first person, and when you think about Building 21 specifically and the way it was designed, I couldn't imagine TPP and shotguns in this.
Yeah, playing corners. Yeah, you're just toast.
Yes, I think they did a great job by forcing it to be FPP. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, they did combine the elements of both MP and Battle Royale, brought them together in this game mode.
Yeah.
So,
That's crazy.
That being said, I am happy.
That makes sense. You probably got a crazy.
All right, well, the gentlemen are going to make their way out. Vega is over 10 mil by himself. A big one to wrap up.
I don't know.
We are running out of daylight, gentlemen, though. That yellow bar is less than a minute. Can we figure this out? This is going to be about as close as it can go. I'm going to be totally frank with you, Win. I think this Win team,
We're gonna be able to beat them half of this.
and if I could speak to Win right now, I would say you maybe have made a mistake.
We all have combined, I think.
Because, no, I don't think they're going to be able to put this.
Yeah, his teammates have got to have.
I don't think they're going to be able to put this towards this round.
They have to screenshot and submit instantly. They'll have 15 seconds here at the extract. I don't know. You might be right.
I think.
And you know what's unfortunate is this is probably their best run.
Yeah.
I thought you said we couldn't even buy gold items because we're not even a high enough level.
You know what? Let's just hope that this is our stream delay, and right now they just submitted it because the timers are officially over, which means that's going to conclude our gameplay here today.
Woo, buddy. I mean, they were certainly close. We'll see if it pays off for them. But, folks, that is the end of round number 3 here at DMZ Recon Invitational. What a day thus far. And obviously, we got a lot of scores to calculate. But Building 21, the talk of the town, a lot of fun fights from a lot of different rosters. But I have no idea who comes out on top in round 3 in particular. I know who's going to win overall, but dude, round 3, I got no idea. Let's take a quick look back at some of the replays here. No, I'll let you kind of take it away. Replays from both maps, of course, in round 3. You could choose what map you wanted to play, but most of our teams elected Building 21.
Yeah, so once again, I pointed out earlier, Space, there with that ASM-10. It's odd that he decided to choose to use it here on Building 21, but once he pulled it out, he started wiping some squads. Nice to see. And again, Little B with the Kilo, odd choice. Could be because the Ram doesn't have a legendary, so not a bad choice, especially going against that Mythic armor. It's one of my top 3 ARs in the game. Vague able to secure a couple of kills there before going down to that Desperado, and we had seen this moment live. Win just being swarmed. Back onto Slayer, that man who's moving in 2x speed, wiping out lobbies. His team overall, no weak links, just slaying out left and right. Like, there's no competition. Stone Mountain taking it slow and tactical. That's the way he's used to playing, so it doesn't surprise me that he chose Serpent Island here in round 3. That was a moment from Slayer's 1v3. Noah J going against a Kurahana Flame Knot. That's his competition. When I played with him, he had some beef with Wilson earlier, so glad to see that he's still fighting off them NPCs and, you know, classic fashion. The pain of those Mythic Ram 7s.
One shot at the top.
Yeah, some fun moments, some fun fights. Space maybe crashing out there a little bit because, well, nobody likes to lose. And with DMZ Recon, of course, if you die, you get wiped. You're going to lose all the gear you brought in, and some of these kits are very expensive, but Lil B putting on a bit of a show. He can shoot, even though he's a loot goblin. He can certainly shoot. They won their fair share of team fights, and, well, Bobby plays showing us why you don't line up in fights. So they go down there. I think a bit slower of a round 3 than they would have liked here, Noah.
Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, again, we really don't know. We've been jumping perspectives for all we know. Caster's curse, but I think I'm going to side with you on that one. They definitely were struggling. And, you know, I said it before, I love to make fun of Bobby, but I just think that, you know, it's asking a lot to be using that epic armor against Mythic.
Yeah, it's tough. Definitely a tough fight. Space cleans up a couple after settling back in. And overall, the name of the game, I think, today certainly was picking up some of those mythic armors here in Building 21. It was the majority of the amount of loot value for these teams. A couple of our teams looking to all in here in round 3. They've been hoarding all of the loot they've been earning in the last couple rounds. Waiting for this moment right here. Round 3, a majority of our prize pool, $20,000 just for round 3. And of course, we got to end it with a little mini game of darts. Thank you to Chief GG for showing us that
great
one,
right
man.
there.
Very, very fun. Well, a great round 3, Noah. I think we got exactly what we wanted. A lot of action, a lot of great loot. Some teams that were hyper successful made this this mode look very easy, and some teams struggling quite a bit, showing how difficult it can be. But we got the full mix here with DMZ Recon, and I don't know, were you surprised about anything today before we show the scores? Any huge surprises for you between our 3 rounds?
Yeah, I actually did really want to point this out. I was going into this expecting our teams to just dominate because they all are playing on brand new accounts, but that wasn't the case. I was very surprised to see how intense the competition is in the rookie rank because everyone started on a fresh account. That's rookie. That's like the entry experience on DMZ. So that just shows, you know, how wide the skill gap can be when you're going into the different ranks and, you know, ultimately into legendary. It is a very intense mode. So overall, I would just say I was very shocked to see the level of competition and very happy to see, you know, how intense DMZ is and how it plays.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think that was the biggest talking point you and I had before we started the event at top of show. We thought it'd be pretty free for most of these teams, and it was gonna be a looting competition. Ended up being a bloodbath out there, especially on Building 21. So I'm really excited to see the scores. Now, again, I want to remind everybody here with round 3 how it worked. Everybody's gonna all in. There's no more hoarding. There's nothing else to wait for. Whatever you have left, you're gonna all in offer here in our redemption round. $20,000 on the line for the top teams, top 3 getting paid out that put up their offers. Some of our teams, like for instance Team Symphony, they put up over 100 million in round 2, so they're coming in with a blank slate for round 3. I don't expect to see them, definitely not in the top slot. They maybe will creep into the 3rd place spot just because they were so clean throughout all of today. I think they said on broadcast in comms they only didn't extract 1 singular time, which is certainly no other team can say the same, but won't see them in first most likely for round 3. So the big question mark in my mind still is who is at the top of round 3? Is it Iceman Isaac, who kind of went a little quiet in round 3 from what we could tell on broadcast? Is it T-Dog Smitty's team with Little B? They were very consistent. I have no idea, Noah.
Yeah, I mean, again, we didn't really see Iceman Isaac's team at all, but for all we know, they had a huge lead going into round 3. They just kept stacking up on cash. And let's see the final results on screen now. We got the cash offers. And taking a look, it looks like T-Dog Smitty's team did come out with the best offer in round 3. And I do want to say, I'm a little surprised to see Stone Mountain decide to throw that 10 mil out there.
I might as well at this point. It's round 3, baby. I mean, this is it, right? I'm surprised some folks didn't all in at this point, and I think taking a look at the totals here, you know, T-Dog, Smitty, Little B, Zach, they put up 113 mil. I mean, what a win from them. They certainly earned it. They've been building this up for a very long time. But can I look over and pay attention to who's in 2nd? I thought maybe they would get 3rd. Symphony, Slayer, Rose Smith dropped 76 total mil in this round. What a ginormous round 3, man. You got to remember, they came in with 0 going into the last hour. Just almost near perfect throughout the course of today. And here is our total pricing. $12,000 going to Team T-Dog Smitty for the biggest offer. But Team Symphony, they pick up another $6K on top of their winnings in the last round. This is going to be very close for the team that earns the most cash today.
Yeah, this is an insane breakdown. Like you said, I was not expecting to see Team Symphony there at second place. 76 million, my bad. $76 million in an hour? I don't know how they did that. That is impressive. That's just perfect games all throughout. And, you know, shout out to all the teams there in the top 3. Just phenomenal performance. Can't wait to see the final leaderboard, even though I'm sure we all know who first place is. The real question is, who is in the top 5? Who are the other 4 teams? Because a lot of the picks that we expected to see, they didn't submit offers in the top 3 there.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really good shot. Also, can I tip my hat to Sheaf, by the way? Sheaf has been on, I think, almost every single leaderboard as third place. Picks up another third place finish, so racking up a bit more cash yet again, just slowly but surely chipping away. And I think they mostly played Serpent Island, from what I could tell on their feeds. I don't think they played a lot of Building 21. Just very, very clean. But folks, it's time for our total cash leaderboard. We've had all 3 of our round leaderboards. There was a little bit of money in round 1, 10K in round 2, 20K in round 3, and then 15K for this final total leaderboard. And like we said, it wasn't all that close. Team Symphony at the top by a giant margin, nearly 183 mil in total. But Team T-Dog Smitty do pick up second place, and everybody else was way away. This is the total that they earned in the entire competition. But a big shout out to Team Noah J there for creeping into third.
Yeah, that's one of the sleeper squads. They just silently looted. they didn't do anything stand out. They just were minding their business the whole time, and that gets them a top 3 position with 54,000 in million. I'm sorry, in total cash earned. But not only that, they had walked away with the round 1 prize.
Yeah, and this is our total leaderboard. So you got to remember too that some of the folks that are maybe lower on the leaderboard than you thought probably lost a lot of value from raids that they didn't extract over and over and over again. But here's our prizing from our final prizing bucket. 15K on the line for our final scores in Team Symphony, walking away with another $5,000, with Team T-Dog Smitty picking up another $4,000. Noah J at 3K. Z-Layer's team does walk away with a little bit of something at 2K. And then Chief GG, again, just creeping through the bottom of the leaderboard on every single one, pick up another $1,000. They actually had a pretty good payday for kind of bottom of the leaderboard stuff there. It's really well done, creeping into the money every single time. Big shout out to them. But look, I'm going to be honest, no, I'm pretty good at math. I don't know if I'm going to do the math for this one. I don't know which team actually earned the most money, because Team Symphony, they pick up another 5K there, but T-Dog's team picked up 12K in round 3. So it is really close. It might come down to like $1,000 between the 2 teams. I'm not exactly sure, but it's close for who has earned the most money on the day.
No, I agree completely. It might end up being one of those cases of holding on to your cash until that final round paid off. And we'll see once the mathematicians get their stats taken care of. But I did want to point out, we had 2 teams that were super aggressive in that top 5, and then 3 that were just playing slow and steady. They ended up winning as well. So it seems to be a mix right now on playstyles. We don't know which one's actually the best. Should you go for those kills, or should you just keep looting? I guess only time will tell.
Well, speaking of time, I'm getting word. Now is the time, folks. We have our champion, the team that earned the most real cash throughout all of our leaderboards today. Which roster was it, production? You roll it for me. Was it Team T-Dog Smitty, or was it Team Symphony? It was Team Symphony. They are your champions of the Call of Duty Mobile DMZ Recon Invitational. They were the top team overall. They threw up an offer of 100 mil in round 2, and they somehow still got second in round 3, and obviously topped the leaderboards at the end of the day as well. They outperformed Team T-Dog Smitty probably by only a couple thousand. Team T-Dog Smitty still walked away with, I think, around 16K in total. Let's take a look at the overall pricing. This is the amount of real cash these teams have earned. And like I said, it was a difference of a couple $1,000. Noah, walk me through our totals here.
I mean, that's going to be a payday for all those teams in the top. We've got Team Symphony with $18,500 split among the 3 players. Team T-Dog finally getting some earnings under his belt. $16,500. That might be more than Little B's entire competitive career. Team Noah J with $6,000. Team Z-Lander with $5,000. And Team Sheaf with $4,000. Now, again, despite them being 5th on that leaderboard for cash, that's still over $1,000 each. Not a bad payday for a couple hours of work, playing some Call of Duty Mobile.
Yeah, great job from Team Sheaf to, again, creep the bottom of our payout leaderboards every single time. It was 2-1-1, and they picked up $4,000. That's a fantastic payday, like you said. So big congratulations to all of our teams. But the top dogs today, Team Symphony, on the back of the IGL Slayer. But frankly, this was a whole team effort from this roster, Noah. I felt like every single time we watched them, all three players had kills and all three players had a sizable amount of loot. And like they said, I think they only didn't extract one time, which is unbelievable feat from them. So I do believe we're going to get a quick word from their captain here just shortly. We get a chance to ask them all the questions that we can answer, or he can answer rather, as fast as possible, because I'm sure they've got a lot to say with how they played. And I know I'll be asking about round 2 and who made the call on going all in there. But hey,
yeah, no, that's definitely some intel we need to hear about. And I want to know if they're kicking themselves. It's easy to say no now that they got that second place finished overall. Like, sure, first would have been great, but they still climbed that 70-something million.
Yeah,
impressive.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, that's a team of 3 picking up, you know, over 70 million in 55 minutes on Building 21. That's pretty impressive stuff, especially for a team of 3 that doesn't play together ever, if not often. You know, this whole roster was got put together right before this event, but it all been practicing, and hey, it certainly worked out for him. So big shout out to Slayer leading the team, but Symphony the team captain. Whole roster just a fantastic team, and excited to hear from him, Noah. But on the day as a whole, you talked about some of the surprises today. Look, our good friend, you know, we love him. Bobby, unfortunately, couldn't get anything going today. You got any words for Bobby before we hop into the interview?
I'm disappointed, man. You were supposed to represent the DMZ. I don't know what happened. Do better. Love you, though. Love you. Hey, next time, we're going to switch positions. It'll be a better payday for you, and it'll be a better day for me. We'll have a good time, brother. Yeah, we'll switch positions.
That's my bad. I should have opened up that can of worms. You know, the
hey,
funny
that's
thing.
What you want me to spew about.
That's right. The funny thing about that leaderboard too, you know, thinking back on it while we wait on this interview, you know, we talked about some of the top teams going into round 3. Iceman Isaac's team was one of those rosters. However, we saw him near the bottom of the leaderboard. So I can only assume that means that after some early success, once the lobby started getting harder, they just kept failing to extract over and over again. That's going to bleed you dry really quick, because this is an interesting leaderboard and an interesting conversation. With DMZ Recon, your score can go down if you continue to fail extractions. And I think you mentioned it, Noah, so good, you know, tip of the hat to you. At first, we thought that wouldn't be the case because of what these teams were able to do on the map and being on fresh accounts and all that. But it was certainly the case for actually a lot of our rosters at the end of round 3. Some of their scores were, you know, lower than at the end of round 2 because they couldn't get anything going in that last hour as lobbies started to get harder and harder.
Yeah, once Building 21 showed up, everyone's money started to fall. I mean, hey, when people are playing Building 21 and they have those incredible raids, $15 million, that money has to come from somebody's pocket. So that's just the other end, the other perspective of what we saw from, you know, Slayer's team with Team Symphony. And, you know, it's just the way the cookie crumbles, as they say.
That's right. Well, as we kind of recap the event, you know, looking back on all of the rounds, you know, you and I were talking a lot about all the different maps you could play with, you know, your weekend map with Building 21 and the Serpent Island. But Noah, I think coming from you, man, you really crushed it here in the booth. An expert at DMZ Recon, there's no question about it. You know, biggest hopes for DMZ Recon. Obviously, it's seen a lot of success since its launch here with Call of Duty Mobile. What are you hoping to see more from DMZ Recon going into the future? Any big hopes for you?
Yeah, I mean, as a player who's at this point probably put in more hours than they expected someone to this early in the season, I can still say there's still plenty of content that I haven't experienced, and everyone who watches my streams would know that I have been hunting down the T3 Essence Ultra items. Still looking for those, but at the end of the day, I'd say they're doing great. In the next season, we've got a new event happening where you can stop the train on Serpent Island. It's going to be really fun to see that. So overall, just, you know, continue with the content coming in, some new weapons, some new different rarities, some new items. But overall, they've been doing a great job with it so far, and I'm excited to see, you know, what's to come in the future.
Yeah, looking forward to more. But folks, I'm being told our interview is ready. Let's bring in the man of the hour, the captain of our champion team, Symphony. Dude, what in the world's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, but I hear like 3 of you, but we're gonna make it work. It's like, well,
He's
no,
got
this is
money in
bad.
his ears right now.
Oh, this is bad. It's okay. Well, basically, I got hard carried. Roast and Slayer were insane. I've never seen like it. That Slayer guy, insane. I don't know if you were spectating when he had the clutches, but those guys were goated, and they deserve double MVP. So, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hop in. If I'm triple audio, just bear with me, okay? Hype up. You just hyped up your team. Talk me through who made the call for $100 million all in on round 2. What was that about?
Wait, guys, was I supposed to mute Discord?
Oh, well, you're
never know.
This is way better. Can you hear me?
You're definitely muted. He's definitely muted in Discord now, so I can't hear him. This is great.
Wait, can you hear me?
You're gonna have to
been him. He's the one who made the call.
Okay,
for sure.
guys, I ruined the whole thing. I'm sorry.
There he is.
Okay, so the plan was, right? We were just going all in on round 2. I think, not to be toxic, we kind of, overestimated the other teams. You had Nade Shot over there with 16 mil. We overestimated how much people were gonna have. And oh no, there's a muffin back here. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, basically we were just going all in and we wanted to guarantee that round. We were like, we know it's going to hurt round 3, but we want to get the guarantee. And so that's what we went for. That was the plan the whole time. Slayer called it
a little bit.
Yeah.
We assumed that was your plan, was to go all in on round 2. That makes sense. I don't blame you. You guys impressed us in round 3. I want to know what happened. How did you guys get, what was it, 78 million in one round? Did you guys just have
in 1 hour
lobbies where you're getting all that mythic armor? Did you guys get some ultras? What happened? Because I want to say the biggest thing with you guys is I noticed there wasn't really a weak link on your team. All of you guys were constantly extracting with like $5+ million like each run.
Yeah, so I think what happened was we didn't get wiped once. Like, we had a couple of times where we got knocked and revived, but we didn't get knocked once. So I think that just put us in a really good spot where other teams were kind of dying and having to, lose all their loot and whatnot. And so we were just slaying out the whole time. We killed everyone. And, yeah, dude, we were just looting everything, man.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were nearly perfect, right? I think you only didn't extract maybe one time from what we saw, which was crazy. I mean,
must have been the muffin.
Yeah, it must have been that muffin at the back. Sam, okay, last question for
me, see that.
and then Noah's got one more for you. Yeah, no, it's all gone. In round 1, I think we all kind of forgot for a second that in round 1, you guys put up a offer for $5,001. That was a difference of over $1,000 in prizing between you and T-Dog's team.
Wait, yo, I'm telling you, my teammates are MVPs. I'm telling you, bro. That got us extra cash.
Yeah, T-Dog's team
No
put up
way.
$5 million. The team that was second overall, by the way, at the end of the competition, your team put up $5,001. Who made the call?
No way, dude. It's all Slay, bro. That's our hard IGL right there, bro. I'm telling you, clutching up, making the plays, dude. That guy's the GOAT. I'm telling you. I'd never met him before today. He's the GOAT.
Yeah, watching him, we were saying he was definitely playing on 2x speed. I don't know. He was moving different than the rest of the lobby.
Oh yeah,
all right, Sim,
dude. He was just giving me yeah. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Sorry,
I
I'm
get it.
tweaking here. I swear.
Voices in your
I
ear
hear
right now.
everyone 4 times. I'm telling. It's bad, but I'm good.
Gotcha. This one's a simple question: Serpent Island or Building 21? What do you prefer?
I'm going Building 21. We had a lot of good stuff going on there, so going with that.
Yeah, nonstop chaos, just constant fighting. I don't blame you. That's a great map.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing, dude, tournament was a lot of fun. Only thing, it's tough because we could have won all the rounds, but there's no way to know. We went 70 mil over on round 2, but it's like, how can we know? So it was fun, man. Shout out to my teammates, bro. I'm telling you, man. Goated. Those guys were nasty.
Yeah, exactly right, man. Your whole team, top to bottom, amazing. Final thing for you, then we'll let you guys go celebrate. Big congratulations from us in the booth again. Any final words for the broadcast? Shout yourself out where people can find you. Shout out your teammates and anything else you want to share.
Go follow both my teammates, not me, bro. I didn't do too much. I was just following their lead, bro. Go watch the boys, man. We gotta show some love to those guys, bro.
Heck yeah, man. Hey, thanks again for joining us in the booth. Thanks for the interview. Thanks for battling through the 4 audios, and I'm sure we'll see you in another COD Mobile broadcast.
All right, awesome. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Noah, that was a symphony, and I'm gonna be honest. He was hyping up Slayer as expected. The dude made some really smart calls and some really good plays, but the full team effort nets them the championship victory here with Call of Duty Mobile DMZ Recon. What'd you think?
Oh no, that was a lot more fun than I expected. It was a great competition. I love the structure of the event, and I think that added a bit to the storylines of, you know, the competition was those different offerings in the different rounds, and just the fact that you could offer that $1 extra and just be a little strategic about how you're managing your money. That could win you some extra money and extra prize money in real life. I think that was incredible. I love the structure. I look forward to see what develops here in the competition for the DMZ stream. I mean, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. It's the first ever like competition that DMZ Recon has put up. So it's only up from here, and I think that was a great intro to what we can see in the future.
Dude, totally agree. You absolutely crushed it today, Noah. I actually am going to give you one more final word. I know where everybody can find you. I know everybody already knows because you are the DMZ Recon man. But one more time, can you shout yourself out? Where can people find you? You're live streaming all the time. You've got hundreds of hours into this game mode in particular.
Yeah, of course. I've been streaming relatively daily over here on Noah Sunday Mobile on YouTube. I mean, pretty much everything I do is on YouTube, and any of my social medias, whatever platform it is, you can find me with this name here. Just been grinding out DMZ. I mean, it took over my entire channel, and at this point, basically my life. I mean, I've been coming in. We've got a great community around it. We got a Discord server. Like, it has been incredible to just experience the DMZ community. It feels like a whole new experience here in Call of Duty Mobile, and a whole new, like I said, life to my experience in Call of Duty Mobile personally. I love the multiplayer, but DMZ is just this whole new Goliath that I've been enjoying, and I can't wait to see what's next for the game mode.
Heck yeah. Well, that's Noah Sunday. Absolutely crushed it in the booth. Go check him out. Go drop a follow for him. And I'm sure we'll see him in future broadcasts, folks. Well, final words from me, your host, Coach. I just got to say, if you haven't dropped a follow here with Call of Duty Mobile, what the heck you doing? We got a lot of cool stuff happening in the Call of Duty Mobile world. We've been around for a long time, and we're going to stay around for a long time. We got brand new modes like DMZ Recon dropping that feels like a totally separate game, all under the Call of Duty Mobile umbrella. So drop a follow in all those major socials and wherever you're watching that live stream. And then, of course, if you haven't gotten your hands on it, or you haven't gotten your hands on it in a while, go download Call of Duty Mobile right now in the iOS, Android, Google Play Store. Wherever you can find the game, go get your hands on it. You can scan this QR code on the screen right now. Grab a screenshot if you're on mobile, and then click that QR code. It'll open it up and take you straight to the store, folks. Get your hands on the game. It is there's not a better time to play Call of Duty Mobile than right this second. But that is all I've got for you for today. It was my absolute pleasure to be your host and caster of the Call of Duty Mobile DMZ Recon Invitational. We saw 30 different content creators, streamers, and competitors compete for $50,000 with our top 5 teams it ended up being that earned some prizing. So big shout out to all of our creators. Thanks for everybody for competing, all the people behind the scenes to make this all possible, and of course Call of Duty Mobile for making this happen. Go check out DMZ Recon, folks. It is a ton of fun. My last word, though, is a thank you to you. We couldn't do it without you, the viewer. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the future with more Call of Duty Mobile.
Shout it out there that looks like that player is getting revived. Curious what type of loot on a brand new account. I have a feeling some players may have forgotten to bring those radiation pills. The majority of action, bring plenty of grenades for this exact reason. Super K holding 21.
No, he has a
well, seen Ultra on the broadcast. Watching Winsanity pull the LST. Oh man, they're stuck at their spawn right now. Ooh, aired though with some as of now, tons of NPCs, tons of real opponents.
Bobby Plays has gone to the dark side, shotgun in hand.
Hustling.
I just here for a good time. I'm loving it. Swing back to space though. They've been in some really tough and clean one up. They have no idea she's on the backside here.
And this
Right, with looting being as important as it is, but
yeah, I think it's got to be a combination of looting. Or is PG, who is absolutely surrounded by both footsteps and gunfire.
yeah.
Now who's the IGL at this point?
Yeah. We'll keep our eyes on him. Maybe we'll turn it around.
Misclick.
Yeah, that's right. We'll keep our eyes on him. See.
Oh wait, he has red armor. Wait,
I wonder who had the calm between the three of them to do a true value.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Sounded like Metal still had around.
That is crazy how quick he's killing them.
He's running.
Bro, I got him.
Well, he's the last man standing. Mythic armor versus mythic armor. Plenty of shots. Getting the reload here. Trapped in a room now, though. Let's see if it'll be can recognize the situation.
Nice.
Mythic weapons, those mythic armors. And each week, players continue to learn the map break for their game if they can get this position from the low ground. Bobby picking up a couple of shots on one.
And they've gone back to Serpent Island, which is a bit surprising. Maybe they just feel a little bit more comfortable.
Do you trust me?
One bullseye, please. One bullseye.
Shit. Oh my god, he missed the board. It was Team Symphony. They are your champions of the Call of Duty Mobile DMZ Recon Invitational. They were the top team overall.